I was just telling Jesse, I feel like I'm broke now. I feel like my credit card has burnt a hole in it, just stashing this dorm and food and IKEA, and I've been building stuff. I feel like I'm an actual handyman now, man. I didn't think I'd ever use that word next to mine, but it was good, man. I think for me, I was so excited for her from Monday through Thursday we were there that I didn't get a chance to feel sad until I got home last night about 11:30, talked to the kids, and then it got time to like go to bed and turn off all the lights. And one of the lights in her room was still on. And so I was like, all right, let me go here and not turn it off. And as I walked in, like the whole heaviness of that child is not going to be here very often, probably for the rest of her life. You know, well, if all things go well, it'll be for the rest of her life. Yeah, that was sad. That was definitely sad. First time I probably got a little teary-eyed, but all in all, good send-off for my oldest daughter.
Yeah, well, I told you my experience coming to San Diego until the next morning when I woke up and realized, I wasn't home anymore. So they're just getting the PA system set up, and I believe people can now hear me in El Centro. Okay, so they got.
Oh man, today has not been a good.
That was really loud. That was really loud when it came on.
You kept your composure though. That was good.
Yeah. So
I
anyway,
panicked, but Chris held himself together.
Yeah. We're so happy for you, and totally understand the emotion that goes along with it, and that moment it hits you. But the one thing I can say,
real quick, I shared with her, just dealing with my first collegiate practice, like having two-a-days, those type of deals. And I told her, like, probably about 2 weeks before we got to this point, I was like, listen, you're going to go through that first week, and every time you hit your dorm room, all you're going to do is just splash on the bed, and you're not going to want to change, shower. And so it was funny. The first day she had 7 o'clock conditioning, followed by weights, followed by, some work on the field. Yes. And she wouldn't answer her phone afterwards. And finally she called back. She's like, Dad, I'm so tired. I could barely I had to take a nap. This chick doesn't ever take naps. But I was like, get used to it. You're going to be taking some naps here, especially this first week.
Yes, welcome to Division I college soccer. And we're excited. We're all going to be following Grand Canyon this year, gang. So we'll keep an eye on everything. But, Tony, while you were gone, obviously a mixed bag for the Padres. 2 wins, 2 losses to the Diamondbacks, and all of the excitement that might have been created by the offense Wednesday night, scoring 10 runs and getting everything going and everybody contributing, kind of crashed back down last night as they were completely shut down by Merrill Kelly, a guy who has done it to them in the past. And so the Padres, they're a game below 500. They head into the weekend against Toronto. Minimum 2 out of 3 to at least go into the All-Star break at 500.
Listen, I'm not big on the records right before, but it does feel like this series is kind of a big one. When's the last time I got to talk to you guys? What was it, Friday? After the first loss to the Dodgers. The Padres, they got some issues. I don't think there's no questions about it. Offensively, is probably the least of their worries at this point.
Right.
It really boils down to the pitching, and last night's another good example of it, right? I mean, yes, the offense didn't show up. They scored, 1 run, but the starter for the Pods, it was Griffin last night, goes under 5 innings of work, and it kind of gets under the radar because of the Padres offense didn't come to play, but that's kind of been a continuation outside of Michael King throwing the ball extremely well the other night. Kind of been the continuation of and Marquez. I don't want to forget about him in his first outing out, but you're going to need more of those type of starts in order to make some serious headway. And that is going to also have to include the offense. That's part of the issue, right, is that none of it has come together. It hasn't been hitting, pitching, none of it's been together. It's all been separate. Good pitching, maybe you scrape by with enough good pitching that you win a game, or great offense, maybe you scored enough that day, or you put up enough runs where it didn't matter what the starting pitching did. None of it has actually come in a wave together yet. And that's why this ball club sits one game under 500.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we talk about it, all year, but if you go 4 1/3 innings from your starters, it may not matter that day. It may not matter that week. It may, you got a great bullpen, so you don't mind going to it. But as we've said, the bill eventually comes due. And, I think that's kind of what we've been seeing. The bullpen has been just doggedly trying to keep the Padres in these games. But, it's a lot to ask night after night. And then, unfortunately, they don't even have their lead anymore to really even use Mason Miller much, no. Which was kind of that was the formula, right? The first month and a half of the season, get your lead and get those big guys in there. But, they haven't been able to do that either, at least consistently. And, yeah, it's frustrating. We talked about it a lot on the roundtable yesterday, Tony, and I think not only this weekend, but probably that first road trip after the All-Star break. Yeah, the Padres are going to have to show something because I just wonder, A.J. Preller has to be wondering now, is he going to honestly, pick up his phone and try to make something happen? Is it really worth his while to try to make something happen? Because I don't know that this team has shown it can really get to where we want to go. It's certainly not with the addition of maybe even one player. Like, how's one player going to change the fortunes of this? And when I look at the season, you look at the season, we all do, it's been a collective thing. I mean, everybody's had their moments, but by and large, all of the guys that are paid big money to lead this team have underperformed. And, I know Manny's hitting the home runs. We talked about the batting average. Fernando, the average is good. The home runs aren't there. Bogart's kind of tailed off. Jake hasn't been Jake. Jackson Merrill has not been Jackson Merrill. You can't really point at one thing. It's been a little of everything.
Yeah, that's a great point.
We try to say, well, if everybody just kind of gets it together and does what they're supposed to do, there's still time. And that's true. But, are these guys going to all get it together in the second half of the season? And I think AJ has to determine whether they will.
Yep, I don't envy his job in this moment. It's a lot easier to envy his job when, everything is rolling and you got the pieces you want to go out and get, but you're kind of in no man's land right now.
Yes.
In terms of, listen, it's in AJ's DNA to want to do something to help, but
that's true.
At what expense, considering where they're at. And so, listen, you guys know, I'm the most positive of all of us, but at some point there does have to be some signs and some signals.
Yeah.
And as you kind of hit on it, right? There has been like one here, one there, but have we had when's the last strong week we've had of baseball? Like, strong week. It's hard to, as good as the 4-2 week was, because that's probably the strongest, but I think you'd have to say 4-3 because I think there was a lost game before coming home to that homestand against the Braves. There hasn't been a lot of those outside of the first month of the season. And so, I don't know. We'll see. This team, I think you kind of hit on these 3 games here coming out of the break. What does it look like? And that's a dog right there. You come out of the break, you go Kansas City, you go Atlanta, you go Miami. 2 of those, at least the last 2 I named, are some of the better teams playing baseball right now, including the Marlins, who, at some point we're going to have to stop saying they're going to be competitive. They're doing more than that at this point. And so
slightly more, yeah. They're tied with the Phillies all of a sudden.
That's what I'm saying. So you're going to have to this next 9 game. I don't know if there's there's a 4-game set in Atlanta. So next 13 games right here are, I would say, important from the standpoint of giving AJ some clarity on which direction he needs to go.
Yeah, I totally agree, Tony. We can take a guess. Results are in. It would only be a guess at this point. And you talk about, them having been so long since they've had a real good stretch, and that's another part of it. We can all, although we would complain at the time, we can handle a 6-7 day stretch. We can even handle a 7-game losing streak as long as it's surrounded by good performances, but they haven't been playing well now for almost 2 months. I mean, you got to go back to the beginning of May, I thought, or middle of May, really the last time they were playing well and beat the Dodgers and went into first place there for that day. But that's now almost been 2 months. So This is obviously not just kind of a quick fix. It's something that, has unfortunately been the story of this season to this point. So
there's no doubt. And listen, I don't want to dismiss the fact that, we've seen teams go on crazy runs in the second half. Nationals come to mind as one of those teams. So it's not out of the question. We just, to this point, there's no reason for us to believe that that's going to happen. And usually when those things happen, that's exactly how it goes. There's no reason for anybody to think otherwise. And then boom, they go on a run. So, being that I am so positive, I will hold out for one of those runs there. And then, the moves come, and then all of a sudden we're having a different conversation. But as of now, it's hard to get there.
Yeah, they started the season 29-18, so that would make you believe that they could do that again. However, that 29-18.
They also had Nick Pivetta. At that point.
That's right. You had Pivetta. You had Laureano, who was playing great early in the season. You don't have him coming back. Doesn't look like Pivetta's coming back, or not for a while. Musgrove, he may never get back. So you have what you have, and we'll see if we can make it happen. Our Friar Friday interview, Jake Cronenworth, will join us today. I think it's a good day to have Jake on because he always does a good job of putting things in perspective, and we'll try to get some insight from him here in a little while. But otherwise, we invite everybody to come down and join us at Far Corner. We've got prizes, and we're going to be giving stuff away throughout the day, and they got great food and drink specials, and we'll tell you about all of that stuff as we go along here. But Scraby and I are hanging out. It's just a great atmosphere right here on the corner of 10th and J, across from the ballpark. If you're coming to the game tonight, leave a half hour early and come by and say hello here before you head on into the game. World Cup, we got the results. Spain got the late goal to beat Belgium. We'll talk a little bit about that. Everything else happening in the world of sports. Welcome to it, Gwynn and Chris from Far Corner here in the Gaslamp, San Diego's #1 sports talk station, 97.3 The Fan.
Welcome back in, Gwynn and Chris. 2:20 on the clock. Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello, Matt Scraby. Scraby just sent us a text saying that Shohei will miss the All-Star game. This is not new news. He was going to miss it. His starts aligned in a way that was going to keep him out. So although they're announcing it today, it has been expected that he was not going to be available because of the way his starts line up. But nonetheless, Shohei will not be he might be at the All-Star game. He won't be pitching at the All-Star game.
I was going to say, do you think that he actually wants to go to the All-Star game just to hang out, or does he want those 4 days to rest and recoup?
Let me tell you, I'll just explain to you how my father used to look at it, right? He certainly would be tired, and if he didn't deserve to go, he certainly wasn't going to cry over it. But he did feel an obligation, especially elected as a starter.
Yeah,
that you show
the fans
up.
wanted him there. Yeah,
exactly. You show up regardless, no matter how tired, no matter how much those 4 days could be of use to you. Resting, this is part of what you signed up for. So, yeah. I don't know that everybody looks at it like that. Matter of fact, I know everybody doesn't, because I recall an All-Star game here. What was that? 2016, somewhere around there. They had the All-Star game here. And I remember leaving the parking lot early because I'm not a player, so I got to leave early. And seeing, I won't even blow up his spot, but seeing a starting pitcher exit before the game. I left in like the 6th, too. He was out already. So, I don't know that everybody views it that way, but that's how it should be viewed.
I'm still angry. I'll tell you what kind of a crazy Tony Gwynn fan I am, and, everybody else around here certainly is, but I remember one year, and I think it was 1997, if I'm not mistaken. No, sorry, Tony, 87. That's how far back I'm going to go. 1987, he was not chosen as a starter that year, and that turned out to be one of his great years when it was all over. But he was a bench guy, and whoever was managing the National League, and I think it was Davey Johnson, because he'd been in the World Series the year before, Davey pinch hit your dad for the pitcher in the top of the 3rd inning, and then that was it. And I was like, no, you can't do that to Tony Gwynn. You can't pinch hit him in the 3rd inning and then say he's done for the night. But knowing your dad, you do got to remember at that time my dad was only had 3 years in the league at that point. And so I'm sure there were some veterans that had to get some more PT than him. They had a little more pull than he did, and if I'm not mistaken, that particular game went about 14 innings too. But I imagine your dad, but your dad wasn't going to leave. You know what I mean? That's not something he would ever do. So,
Did you guys know that I was a Little League All-Star one year?
I don't recall asking you anything about that.
Back when I was
Yeah,
11 years old.
how does that connect to this conversation?
We're talking about All-Star Game memories, and that's my All-Star Game memories.
We're talking about MLB All-Star Game.
I'm sorry.
Not Little
that.
League.
Sorry about that. I mean, it was great. It was great. I got to start the game.
Did you go home early?
I did not go home early.
Okay.
No, they wouldn't let me. I tried to. I said, "This is it. I'm out."
You tried to big time him when they took you out in the third inning. You're like, "Mom, let's go. I'm out of here."
yeah.
Things to do.
Exactly. They didn't ask me for the home run derby, so I was kind of mad.
Speaking of the home run derby,
there's a good lineup.
I actually hate the home run derby, as you know, and the fact that it's on Netflix, I'm like really out. But I might be sneaking back in because I heard Schwarber signed up.
Yeah, we got some good. We got Schwarber.
I have a beef with home run derby.
Cameron Arrow. Go ahead. Ben Rice.
I
Walker,
have a beef with home run derby, and it kind of goes to the whole. If you're an all-star, there's a bunch of stuff that comes along with it. I hate the idea of people participating in the home run derby that are not all-stars.
Yeah, there you go. Right? You should at least be all-star quality. Yeah, no,
you should at least have to be a part of the ceremony. Like, I probably made an exemption with the year we had it here because Giancarlo got to be in it, and he was just. I mean, that's like one of them rare occasions you get a dude who like hits 50 homers a year. He wasn't an all-star that year, but even in that case, I was uneasy about it. Like when I grew up coming to these all-star games or watching them on TV, everyone who participated was an all-star. Like there wasn't no you didn't get the invite to come play, come hit in the All-Star game. It's kind of like the dunk contest in the NBA now. Like
I was just
dudes don't even make the All-Star team. But you know why that is? Probably is because they don't get enough participation from the cats that are in it. So they have to look outwardly to get it done. And I just think
I mean, in the NBA, Tony, the guys in the dunk contest aren't even in the NBA.
That's true. They're in like the G League.
Yeah. I mean, that's right. That's really. I mean, can you imagine the All-Star home run contest next week? And there's a guy from Double A. This guy can really crank them. He's in there. Who's this guy?
If we're thinking about it, they have I don't know if these guys actually made the All-Star game, but they're All-Star names at least. Maybe Ben Rice
that's how they trick
you. Name.
That's how they trick you. Is that yes, these dudes are certainly capable of making an All-Star team, but not this year. Some of them.
That's true. That's true. That's very true.
Well, with Schwarber in, I
digress
because I love Schwarber. And he's always worth tuning in.
See, I wanted Yonder Alonso.
Pete Alonso?
No, what's the guy's name? Jordan Alvarez. I have no idea. I just said Yonder Alonso. He said he wants to do it, but he's not doing it this year for whatever reason.
Yeah, well, whatever that means. I was
you're in the All-Star game.
It's his best hitting year ever.
But he should be in it. But the old saying is that a lot of guys say they don't want to be in the home run derby because they don't want to mess up their home run swing for the second half of the season. So if that might be true, my idea was Fernando to enter the home run derby because maybe he'll get his home run swing back.
I co-signed on this.
Yeah, maybe it'll work that opposite.
Can you imagine? I mean, that would be such a confidence booster for him.
Shouldn't happen.
That's true.
Yeah, that's right. Tony says he's not an all-star. He doesn't
qualify.
He can't do it. Yeah, okay.
Only Mason Miller can enter the home run competition.
Mason Miller will be our home run derby representative. Yeah, that'd be a little crazy. Anyway,
wait, real quick. I know you told me. What time are we having Jake on?
We're having Jake on at 2:40. Jake Cronenworth is going to join us for Friar Friday.
Yeah, he'll be on about 10 minutes. So
Dave was asking, and I couldn't give him a good answer because I kind of
because Dave wants his blog post. That's what Dave wants. He wants the blog post. I'm going to get a text. Hey, could you please send me the blog post when you're done?
Dave said, no, that's not the truth. That's not what it's about.
All right.
You know what we haven't got to talk to you, Tony, since the soccer debacle.
Flo Balogun.
I don't know. Never mind all of that other stuff, but the actual match against Belgium, which just did not go well, and you're getting to see Dave Marcus. How did Dave, I wonder, react to the U.S.'s performance? He might have been actually expecting it more than the rest of us were because he's so into soccer, but none of us were happy the way that turned out.
Dave probably had his guard up compared to the rest of us in terms of the USA game. Like, I don't think he was fully like, oh, this is going to happen. I think he kind of had his defense up, and I see why. Ultimately.
Yes.
To me, as a novice of this game, I think we just looked like we weren't prepared for the moment at all. Like,
yeah,
and I'm
exactly.
not even talking. I'm watching like some of their better players, like Dest. I watched him pretty much give the ball up or miss kick it or turn it over pretty much every time. It was so bad that the coach took him out after the first half. He was done. And I saw that kind of play from at least 3 or 4 of their best guys. Pulisic, where was he at? He disappeared, you know. Yeah. And he's catching a lot of flack. We find out later that he had a broken leg in this, so he gets a pass from me at least. But that was
not
just
from Carly Lloyd and everybody else.
No, everybody's ripping him.
They did a lot of their talking before they knew of the broken leg. You know what I'm saying? So listen, they have those folks get a different platform because they all have, you know, poured their blood, sweat, and tears into the national team. And Carly's standpoint, I mean, we ain't got nothing to say to her. They won it pretty much every time she was on the field. Now, I have a little bit more of an issue from my men on the other side that, you know, really haven't achieved anything more than what these guys have achieved to this point.
Landon Donovan was pretty critical for sure, and we love Landon. But you're right when you say he didn't do any better than these guys.
He said, "I don't think now Christian likes
they can
me."
have. I don't have an issue with them having. I think I saw Landon kind of talking about, you know, Christian's kind of, I guess, attitude towards the media members and
right.
never saying hello and just kind of being, I kind of took it as rude sometimes, like just kind of not acknowledging them at all. And so I understand that part because, you know, part of being the face of a national team is in the same way I'm talking about also there's things that come with it that you have to, you kind of guard, you know, accept, but he's doing it his way. And so, you know, it is what it is, but I think overall that game showed us that there's still a long way to go. I'm kind of tired of the conversation always shifts after we lose to what's wrong with U.S. national soccer. I think we got a pretty good idea, although Lexi would have us believing differently that it has nothing to do with a pay-for-play system at all, apparently, according to him. But I don't know. It just showed that we had a long way to go.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're right. I think the pay thing. I mean, the kids from Europe are getting paid probably when they're 8 years old to go out and join club teams.
No, that's the thing
incredible.
Is that in Europe it's back ended, right? Like they're gonna do all the stuff for free early because these what do you call them? Academies.
Federations, academies, yeah.
They'll get paid from the teams later on down the line, but all the stuff when they're young is free.
It's insane how good these guys are. It's a whole nother level. There's no question. The one last thing I wanted to mention when we were watching it the other night and our goalkeeper boxed up that play. I mean, the first thing I could think of is that you probably saw that in one of the your daughter's games down the road, but you don't see that in the World Cup level. You know, I mean, a goalkeeper can't come out and have that happen to him. So
I'm still trying to figure out what was going through his. Did he not want to kick it with his left? Is that what that was? Because
I don't know.
He had the right idea, and then he just stopped.
He panicked.
I think he just full on panicked.
He's full on panic.
Because he's like, oh no, this guy's running at me. I just barely kicked the ball. Oh, it's behind me.
Kick it into the goal.
Oh, it's behind me.
What
now.
the hell?
And I'm just gonna sit here and realize what I just did.
That was rough. It was definitely rough to watch. All right, let's get to break. On the other side, Jake Cronenworth will be our Friar Friday guest on Gwynn and Chris.
back to Gwynn and Chris, broadcasting live from Far Corner. We'll be here until about 5:30 ahead of tonight's game, Padres and Blue Jays. Tony Gwynn Jr. is back and in the booth tonight as we get set for our Friar Friday interview in a few minutes here with Jake Cronenworth. Real quick, Tony, I got to send a couple of greetings out. First to everybody at Far Corner for having us out, and we got some fans that are already down here like 5 hours before the game, so we appreciate that. Secondly, Julian, who works for the Trolley, went out of his way to come all the way over and say hi and then run back to work.
Oh, wow.
I want to say hi to Julian, thank him for coming by. Rich is here from Chicago, and he's hanging in, and he's been good to meet him.
What was the player you said to Rich, like Willie Wilbur or something?
Willie Wilbur. You're so weird.
That's what I remember, Willie Wilbur.
Yeah, that's not his name. The guy I'm talking about was Wilbur Wood.
Okay. See, I had one of the names right.
Kind of. Willie Wilbur. Unbelievable. Go back to studying for your Little League All-Star game, will you?
Oh, I gladly.
And but mostly everybody, and I'm looking for it. She go. Is she hiding?
Who?
No. Monica's birthday right here, our promotions gal. Happy birthday to Monica. She doesn't want me to tell anybody, but it's too bad, Monica. We're telling everybody.
I feel like that's so rude because someone did this to me in a restaurant one time, and I begged them not to.
Yeah, but you're just a weird. You're a weirdo.
You're a separate case there, Chris.
Yeah, you're different.
No, I'm not a separate case.
No, when it's your birthday, everybody should celebrate, and you know what? Everybody wants to celebrate.
And you know what I did? I said, if you go to dinner with me tonight and you say that it's my birthday, you're paying for my meal. And they said it anyway.
They should be doing that for you anyway, quite frankly.
Yeah.
They should have been doing that at your birthday.
It's just like birthday. I don't need anybody to know.
You're negotiating against yourself over here. It's like this is that Mark behavior that you had.
Mark behavior.
You know what else is funny is his birthday this year was on a Saturday and at Scraby's. And when Tony and I came in on Monday, he goes, "Hey guys, thanks for not remembering my birthday." He was all upset. I'm like, "Well, what are you upset about? You don't want anybody to tell you it's your birthday."
Actually, I feel
you should be ecstatic that we forgot about it.
I feel accomplished when I get through a birthday and no one knows. I did a show with Coach and Chris. Like when we first started, it was my birthday and we were there. They had no idea. It was the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah, well, you're crazy and weird, and somehow we love you and put up with you. So. On and on it goes. So Padres, Blue Jays tonight. I believe last year the Blue Jays swept the Padres north of the border. Yeah. So, a little payback hopefully tonight for the weekend. I know that Shane Bieber is pitching tonight for Toronto, which is a little interesting because I think his guru, the guy who really carried him to his Cy Young Award, was Ruben Niebla when he was in Cleveland. So, Bieber will be using some of Niebla's tricks against his own team tonight. So we'll get into that. But right now we got Jake Cronenworth, and we're excited to have him on our Friar Friday interview. Jake, thanks for joining us. Always a pleasure. How are you?
Hey, guys. Appreciate you having me on. I'm doing great.
Well, we love having Jake all the time. I'll get right to it, Jake. It's been a crazy year for you. Take us back to obviously Anaheim and the hit by pitch and how that thing developed, because you were able to play for a week or so after, and then everything kind of went crazy there. We all felt for you, but we didn't really know a lot about what was going on.
Yeah, I think over the course of the next weeks, I think it was 2.5 weeks before I finally said something. I don't think. I've said it in past interviews and stuff, and I don't think going to Colorado and Mexico City right after that helped at all. I think a lot of the things I was feeling, I kind of just thought it was altitude and some of the headaches I was having and bad sleep and stuff. And but obviously once we got home from that trip, I started noticing little things each day, and obviously said something after that.
Now, did your symptoms as you went into, man, I didn't even think about that. You went to Colorado, we go to Mexico City. Did your symptoms start happening worse once you returned to altitude and we got home? Is that when each day there was something new that was popping?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say. I mean, I've gone back and thought about some of those days I've had, and one of the things I was looked back on was that first off day we had in Colorado a couple days after, and I remember walking to get a coffee, and I couldn't even walk outside with my sunglasses on. And some of the stuff I was doing on that Friday in Colorado before the game, it just didn't feel right. And, again, knowing now, I wish I would have said something then. But yeah, I mean, once we got home from that road trip, obviously some things started popping up that were I was questioning why it was happening and what was going on, and talked to some people that I know that had gone through it, and they helped a lot with, kind of perspective on it and the decision I finally made to say something about it.
Jake Cronenworth is with us, and Jake, I mean, you're such a beloved player, in this organization, both fans and media. So I think for a lot of us, man, when you went down, it was hard because we didn't hear a lot. You were kind of not really around with the team, and I started going, "Where's Jake? How's Jake?" We weren't getting a lot of reports. How difficult was that time for you? I know this is a silly question. It was very difficult. But take us through the month and a half where I know so desperately you wanted to play, but the symptoms wouldn't go away.
Yeah, I think that was the hardest thing about it is, as Tony knows, like, we're in such a routine. We're around the guys every day, and, you're having fun in the clubhouse, in the dugout, and obviously playing every day with these guys. And, to have that taken away and to not even be really able to be around them, especially with some of the symptoms I was having, that's the hardest piece. And watching the games on TV, and, as frustrating as it was, a lot of the people and the doctors and some guys I know that have gone through it in the past, like, the one thing that they told me was like, just take care of yourself and come back when the time is right, when you feel right. Some of these guys that I talked to tried to come back too early, and it prolonged the process. So I think, as much as it did stink that I wasn't able to be here every day and be around the team, even, in the past, like last year when I had a broken rib, I'm able to be in the dugout and travel with the guys and be around them. I think it was the right decision in the end of it, now that, you look back on it.
Jake Cronenworth joins us here talking a little bit about the injury he had early in the season. So, Jake, at what point did you start to see the light at the end of the tunnel? Because that was a long process before you got to the point where you could even think about baseball. At what point did you start to, get encouraged that, okay, this is moving in the direction where I'm going to be back on the field soon?
Yeah, I think it was around those days. I think I had, 2 or 3 days when I was in the dugout before I headed to Arizona to get some at-bats and get a bunch of work when the team went on the road. I mean, up until then, there wasn't really, a day where I kind of woke up and was like, oh, man, it's gone. I feel great. It was like this kind of roller coaster up and down, slow progress that I was feeling. And, again, I'd have some days where, I'd see that progress, and then I'd do some things and I'd be like, that is not right. That should not happen. And inevitably, I think the thing that took the longest was my eyes to get right.
Jake Cronenworth is with us. All right, let's move past all that, because we are, and you are past all that. And Jake Cronenworth is back, and you're with the Padres. And, you're back to being you a little bit. You're squaring up some balls, hitting the ball into the seats. I think, at least from what I can see, you're probably feeling a lot better at home plate than you did before this all happened. Where are you right now?
Yeah, no, I feel great. I think, the biggest thing is just like you go through something like that, and as emotional as it is, and, you're trying to fight through it, and you want to get back, and you finally get back and you feel like yourself and you feel normal again, especially with, playing with it for, 50 at bats. It's one of those things. It's just refreshing to get in the box and be able to feel normal again. I feel great. I feel like myself, which I think is the most important thing.
Jake, from a team standpoint, you guys haven't really gotten into a groove where everything is kind of hitting on all cylinders, right? You guys have hit for a bit, not pitched for a bit, not hit. I mean, from your standpoint, because you got a chance to kind of view this differently than you normally would, having to be on the field, what do you think needs to happen for this team to get moving in the direction that I think you guys have set that expectation for?
Yeah, I mean, I think it comes down to it, you know, in the position we're in, it's winning. But what does that look like? I mean, you just said it perfectly. You know, we've had nights where we hit and we don't pitch, and nights where we pitch and we don't hit. And how you time those up is, I think, the hardest thing in this game. It's you know, you see the teams who have success over the season. It's, you know, more times than not, that stuff's matching up pretty well. It just seems like it's not happening for us right now. But you know, at the end of the day, it comes down to us and the 26 guys in that clubhouse to make that happen.
Yeah. Jake Cronenworth joining us on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking, it's better. And Jake, you know, I feel like we know you well enough that I can ask a question that, you know, is a little trickier, but if somebody would have told you that you're part of an offense that ranks last in all of these categories around Major League Baseball, would you have believed that that was even possible? And then how do you, I mean, other than to just go out there day after day and kind of hit your way out of it, is there anything else you can do?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think if you had asked all of us, you know, at the beginning of the year, even in spring training, and said, hey, you know, you guys are going to be, you know, at those numbers offensively in baseball, I think everybody would have kind of laughed at each other. But it's the reality of where we are. You know, we're getting here into the middle of July and we're still in this position. But I, you know, it's not easy to do. You know, guys' numbers are put up on the board every single night. You see it every single at bat. You see it adjust. It's just the nature of the reality we live in. But I think the one way to get away with that is, you know, get away from that is, you know, go out there every single night. You know, it doesn't matter about your numbers. It's about how can we win the game tonight. It might be somebody moving a guy over, beating out a double play ball, making a great defensive play. A guy makes a big pitch, you know, in the 8th or 9th inning with the tying run on third base. Like, you know, that's what it's about. And it's right now for us, it's about winning and how can we win each night. And, you know, that's about it.
Jake, I got one more before we let you go. And, you know, obviously, you know, I think a lot of people are when we get to the end of the season are looking at, you know, 2027. I know you're one of the big reps as it pertains to this upcoming CBA. It seems like both sides are at least talking at this point. You guys are throwing offers at one another, but it doesn't seem like these are cut from the same cloth. They're on opposite sides of things. How, as one of the folks who is involved with this, do you couch what's happening? I know this has to happen. You guys have to have discussions, but it doesn't seem like you guys are at least communicating in a way that bridges the gap right now.
Yeah, it's interesting, especially, you know, the state of the game and where it's at. And, you know, most of the times these negotiations start, you know, about right now and about kind of how they have. I think this one, obviously, with where everything is and what they're proposing and what what we are and what they're proposing is, it's significant. Like you look at their proposal and our proposal, and, you know, it's not, their proposal isn't trying to make this system better for both sides. It's trying to blow the entire thing up. And I think that's why it's being talked about so much right now. But kind of to your point, you know, it seems everybody's kind of pushing their chips into the middle of the table and showing their cards and seeing what we have and, you know, go from there when the time is right. And I'm sure that'll be, you know, closer to this winter and around December 1st when the agreement ends.
Well, one thing I feel confident about is that Jake Cronenworth has a little to do with it because I trust in Jake. You know what I mean? Jake will find a way. Convince everybody, Jake.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, go talk to Dick Monfort and tell him to wake up. Can you just tell one thing that maybe we can put on tape? I'm so tired of our fans and everybody saying, you know what, the guys don't look like they care anymore. They look like they're kind of giving up out there. I want to hear from a player. When you hear something like that, how does that make you feel? Because we know it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate. I mean, you know, but at the same time, we've put ourselves in this position. You know, I think we're 5.5 games out of the wild card right now. But I can tell you right now, you know, I show up to this field every single day with the sole focus on how can I win the game that night. I may not have 4 hits, every single guy in that room is the same way, but, the level of care and the want to win for the city, this is what we have. This is this is all we have for most of us, and I think that drives that sole focus on winning for this city in this beautiful stadium every day is all we want to do. And that's it. I mean, it's the level of care and the level of want to win from this group is so high. And I wouldn't want to do it with any other group, that's for sure.
I knew he would put it perfectly. Jake, thanks so much, man. Enjoy the weekend.
Thanks, Jacob.
And keep it rolling, and we'll catch up to you here when you guys are back on top of the race.
Awesome. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for having me.
Jake Cronenworth right there in our Friar Friday interview. And, man, he had to go through some tough times. And we didn't even get into it really, Tony, with him on. I mean, you've been injured, but when you have a thing like a concussion and the symptoms coming and going, you almost have to sometimes probably mentally get to a very dark place, and just have to fight through those things as well. And I imagine for him, just the frustration was getting crazy. He was probably frustrated and walking around like a caged animal the second day, let alone the second month.
I mean, you're excuse me. I think when you're injured and you're, it's one thing to be injured, right? It's a whole other thing to be injured and away from your team, like not a part of it. And then it's a whole nother thing to be injured away from your team and to have a whole head thing going on. Because now you're not just questioning, man, I miss my teammates, but you're like, man, am I ever going to get right again? Is my eyesight going to return? Am I going to be able to track this baseball the way I have been? So I'm sure for Jake, that was probably more scary than any other situation he's had. I mean, I think, he had a couple stints on the IL in previous years. None of them, I would bet, were anything like what he had to deal with this year. And so it's nice to have Jake back. He does bring a sense of, calmness to the situation. But as he said, any hate that they're receiving, they've put themselves in a situation to receive more of it. And so they just got to start. They just got to start playing better. Is really what it boils down to.
Yeah, there's really only way to shut it down. Win these games. We are broadcasting live from Far Corner today, the Friday edition of Gwynn and Chris. We invite you to come on down. Join us if you're on your way to the ballpark. Even if you're not on your way to the ballpark, come on down, man. There's room here, and you can hang out with us until game time. 10th and J in the Gaslamp. We got prizes to give away. I think Marco brought a whole bunch of stuff over here. These shirts are incredible.
I know, I've seen
Padre,
them.
Like homemade Padre
Yes.
stuff. We're going to be giving away some of those along with the rest of it. Pizza, drinks, and more. It's all here at Far Corner. Also, a little bit later, Friday Countdown.
Oh, yes.
We got one of those. We got our Daily Gambit. We got Big Fives. We got it all. We got Chris. We got Scraby.
And we got the break.
And we got
Isn't afraid to make fun of sports stars or ourselves. Join us weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m. on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Spend your summer with the Padres.
Pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer. And he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
And a dangerous hitter coming up to hit in Xander Bogaerts.
Ball!
Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. Xander Bogaerts blasts one out. It's their second home run of the inning. We take another look as StatCast tells us that ball took off at 110 miles an hour.
And plenty of distance as well. I mean, that wasn't.
Zach Maxwell taking over on the mound.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Oh, 1 now. Smoked to the left, base hit. And the hits just keep on coming. Here's the rookie right fielder. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one. Close, but called a ball. Ball one.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Pitch misses. 2-1.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
The 3-1. Yeah, that's fouled off. Payoff pitch. Fouled off. And they'll do it again. Got him swinging. The high heat, too much on that one.
I see it more commonly in the sport these days, but man, a triple-digit fastball blown right by someone is still pretty awesome to witness. I mean, you got to be geared up and ready to swing it when a guy like this comes out of the bullpen, because that fastball.
That is the inning. But 2 round trippers. On now to the top half of inning number 2. Now the Reds cleanup hitter, Nathaniel Lowe. And ball 1.
He's already pitching with a 4-0 lead, so we should see him be aggressive, fill up the strike zone, don't issue free passes.
Freddie Ferguson doing the umpiring duties behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Freddie's a well-respected umpire, Boog. Maybe a little bit more of a pitcher's umpire. He does like to pitch down just below the knees or right about there, but most hitters are pretty good at covering that spot these days.
Swing and a miss. And the count is even, 2-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And now Spencer Steer. Fouled off left side. Here comes the 0-1. Machado. Over to first. Nice play off the bounce for the out. Next for Cincinnati, Will Benson.
Number 30, Will Benson.
That's a ball.
Hit in the air out towards left center field. Pretty well struck. He dives, but he can't make the catch. And that's a double.
Pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer. And he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
And a dangerous hitter coming up to hit in Xander.
Matt Scraby. Hey, Scrabe, where is that show from? That game? Is that from like years back?
No, that's this year. That's
you've
MLB
like
show
been
26.
like
I've been recording things and I've been playing and I've been setting the uniforms. Sometimes I just play the daily lineup, and in this game I actually won handily over the Reds. So thank you.
I was gonna say, man, that was kind of telling if that was like years ago, because Walker Buehler was on the Padres way back when. So
no,
but it's
he's
this
definitely
year,
Walker Buehler had a good rating that day. Let me just say that.
All right, it took me until now to figure out what you guys are talking about. He's putting videos of himself playing.
That's what the kids do these days, Chris, and people
Hey,
in the chat.
Chris, you know he's not lying. I had to like break this up at my house. Like I was like, you guys will not be kids that are watching other kids play video games. Like you can play them yourself, but we're not going to spend our YouTube time watching other kids play video games.
Yeah.
It's like, what did I buy your system for if you're just gonna watch other people play? It doesn't make any sense to me.
You know what I use a lot of YouTube for now is if I can't beat a level, I'll go to YouTube and I'll find how to beat it because I've played it for like 3 weeks, and that's how I do it, Chris. So I watch someone else beating the level.
Why don't you do something else with your life? Get outside and explore a little bit. Get some fresh air.
Where they say touch grass, buddy. Get on outside there a little bit.
I walk Lucky every day. Okay?
Touch grass. Oh my God.
Do you guys have any special place you want to go? Are we doing Daily Gambit here? Is that what the plan is?
No, let's just do.
No, we'll
let's
save
just
Because I
catch
do.
up,
There
Tony.
is some breaking news that I think is kind of fun.
Oh
we can
yeah,
talk
go
about.
for it.
Let's go for
it.
that.
You know, there's been a lot of NBA action, people getting traded, and not that long ago, Tyler Hero was traded, and on his way out, in a very hey, what was my man's name that played for the Padres, Dave, back in the day, and on his way out had some shots for my dad? Was it Pellegrini? What was his name? Oh, was it Leyritz? It was Leyritz. That's right.
Leyritz.
On the way out the door, in a very Jim Leyritz fashion, Tyler Hero had some not so nice things to say about Bam Adebayo and his defense.
Oh, and his what? His defense?
And his defense. And well, you know, sometimes your mouth will cash a check that your behind can't cash. And that happened to Tyler Hero because he happened to run into Bam Adebayo up in Vegas, where everybody tends to go during the summer, and was met with, it sounds like, some fisticuffs from Mr. Bam Adebayo. According to Shams. Shams is the one breaking this one right now, and I thought that was kind of funny. He thought he was going to Milwaukee where he could get away from all of it, and not so fast. He ran right into Bam. Literally.
So Bam's
Bam went Bam.
Yeah, I was going to say Bam's nickname is
Bam went
Bam.
Bam.
Should have told him the story right off the bat. Well, you know, it's also a little bit. I think you might agree, Tony. It's a little bit fresh of Tyler here to complain about defense. I don't recall the last time he started anybody, right?
I didn't even think about that until you just said that. But man, he is rich for talking about somebody's defense.
Yeah, he doesn't. I've never seen him slide his feet once. So. Yeah, well, that's you know, Bam Adebayo. That's the way you should. Yeah, why not take care of it? It's either that or he's going to beat him up in a game next year. So
yeah, at least he got his whooping when he can get healthy and get back. He's not going to miss any games. Nobody can see him. It's all good.
Was it? Do we know from Shams? Was it a one punch KO or was it? A brawl?
It just
some research.
I think his report said that there was some physicality involved. He didn't actually say someone got punched, but I think he's alluding to the fact that Bam was trying to touch Tyler Hero in a way that would do him harm.
Yeah, it doesn't say punch or anything. It just says that they got into an altercation.
But I think everybody, this is the way it should be. If you say something, you should be held accountable for it. And so Tyler Hero was. I don't know if you guys saw this, but while we're doing a little potpourri of things. The story of the Detroit Lions cornerback, Teron Arnold, who's
Terrion,
thank you, who's basically been indicted and faces charges of kidnapping and burglary, and honestly faces potentially the rest of his life in jail, which was enough for the Detroit Lions to part company with him. I don't know. Does this surprise you or not? The fact that there's already been 3 teams that have reached out to Terrion Arnold and had him come in. I think Houston already had him in for a workout. I think the Colts have had him. Anyway, and the only way that he was allowed to even be able to do this, participate in the workout, was for the courts to not force him to wear a GPS tracker.
Yeah, I saw this.
And so I guess his lawyer was able to argue that case, so he doesn't have to wear the tracing device, and so he's working out. But my question is, does it surprise anybody, or should we just understand that the NFL does not care about off-field stuff at all? And I mean, why would you want to even work this guy out until you find out what the story is?
Well,
or is this the right thing to do?
No, I don't know that there's a real answer to that, if right or wrong. But we do know the details of this story. This sounds like vigilante justice gone wrong, is what it sounds like. He had a bunch of stuff stolen, thought he had the people that did it, tried to do it himself. Only turns out he's not that good of an investigator, because it wasn't the people that actually stole his stuff.
Yeah, that's
and
a
now
big
he's
part of the
dealing.
story.
And now he's doing it. Now he's basically getting in trouble for doing something to somebody that had nothing to do with the situation. And so I don't know that I'd couch this as some of the other incidents. obviously he's it sounds like he's got a uphill. I don't know if it's uphill, but he's got some proving otherwise to do to get off of this. I don't know that we should be surprised, honestly, that NFL teams are interested. There's guys who've done a whole lot worse, like not even in the same area, and there were a bunch of teams out to get them. So I don't think we should be surprised. I'm not saying it's right or wrong in this situation, but I am saying there have been players that have done far worse. And
actually who've been convicted who end up winding up on rosters. So,
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
So I don't think we should be surprised.
I think Houston and Indy I read in the story.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That he's already worked out for Houston, and we'll see,
See, do you want to be that team that's working out a guy who might be going to prison for the rest of his life?
Yes, because you know that there are other teams that are like, yes, we'll be that team, and you don't want that team to be the team that gets them, and then all this ends up not being something. I mean, that's how all these NFL teams are. I shouldn't even say NFL teams. Yeah, no, NFL. NFL pretty much operates without any thought at all.
Yeah.
I can't because baseball teams don't operate like that. We've seen, Trevor Bauer, he didn't get another shot after any of that stuff, despite the news that came up thereafter. So it's definitely a league thing that the NFL acts, and by all accounts, are indestructible. They are Teflon. And so they operate like that.
It's interesting, and maybe this isn't a comparison, but it still comes to my mind that Colin Kaepernick was and still is blackballed from the league. I'm not saying, the things that he was doing. I understand that bothered a lot of people, but to me, Rashee Rice bothers a lot of people. Terrion Arnold bothers a lot of people, and they don't seem to mind bringing these guys in and playing them.
Facts.
I never quite understood why Colin Kaepernick had never turned for him. I could never grasp that, and maybe I never will.
I don't think we will.
No, I think we will. I think we've grasped at what that is, but it is what it is at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, very, very weird. Speaking of the NFL, the Colts are putting Adam Vinatieri in their Ring of Honor. That doesn't match up to me.
Why?
Because Adam Vinatieri won all of his kicking games in the Super Bowl with another team.
Wasn't he? Was he on the Colts the longest?
Yeah. How long did he play for the Colts?
I'm gonna go look.
Well, okay, but don't you think of Vinatieri as kicking Super Bowl winning field goals and the tuck rule game stuff in the snow?
Can you go to both?
All of that for the Patriots.
Can he be in a Ring of Honor for both?
Here's the thing: if we were talking about the Hall of Fame, like the NFL Hall of Fame, I would agree with you, Chris. Like, there's no other way to view him. But since this is an individual team in their Ring of Honor, the Colts may view him, Adam Vinatieri, different from that lens. He
was in Indy for 14 years and the Patriots for 10.
Really?
Wait, he was in Indy for 14 years?
No way.
Yes, he took over in 2006 and retired in 2019. He started his career with the Patriots from 96 to 2005, and then he went with the rest of the way with the Colts.
I would not have guessed that.
47.
Me neither. Yeah, here's the strange thing.
Time out. He was how old?
He was 47 when he retired. There's a picture of him with like a full Santa Claus white beard type of thing while he's playing still. Here it is.
Good for Adam, man. That's dope. 47.
I just did not know that he was played that long. Here's the thing about Adam Vinatieri. You'd have to say, if you're an NFL fan, maybe begrudgingly, he's probably the best and most clutch kicker who ever lived in terms of the kicks that he made. However, I don't think he'd even be in the final 20 kickers if you had a contest for the guys that have the biggest legs in the history of the game, because all those guys play now.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? Like, he never kicked a 60-yard field goal.
Let me see what his longest was.
Right? These guys make the 60 every day now. So it's so weird.
Well, he also had Tom Brady, who wasn't going to leave him 60 yards to get a kick.
He got him a little closer.
You know what I'm saying?
He got him closer. Yeah.
He was going to get him within 30, 25 at least.
his career long was 57 yards, and it was set like 3 years into his career.
57 was the longest, and that was a monster kick when he made it.
Well, yeah, I mean, accuracy was everything.
Well,
back then.
they were doing a whole thing on the Bills and the Giants when Scott Norwood kicked the famous field goal in the Super Bowl, and they missed it, and that was a 40-yard field goal. And at the time, although the Bills fans will never let him forget it, that was not necessarily a gimme field goal, 40 yards. That was some distance.
What is the PAT now, like 38?
Yeah, the PAT's 40 yards now. So, yeah, things have definitely changed.
Does he look back on that and be like, I missed a 40-yard kick.
I missed an extra point to win the Super
No,
Bowl.
he probably looks at it the same way old pitchers look at these young guys now. Like, man, these dudes throwing billion miles an hour versus what I was, it's kind of the same thing.
But they only go like 3 innings, right, Chris? Am I right?
That's how they make themselves feel better when they say that. They're not lying, by the way, but that's how you justify.
Us old guys have to hang on to something. So that's what we're going to lean on.
I used to throw 88 miles an hour, and that was fast.
I may have thrown 88, but I at least saw the 8th inning, pal.
Fair enough.
All right, let's get to break. More Gwynn and Chris on the other side.
So hopefully I can do them justice. And I'm the green one. Pretty sure that's out, right? Yes. Ooh, that's too early of a swing. Ugh, what am I doing? Come on, pitcher. Throwing me one down at the bottom of the zone. Ooh, is that going to have enough? Ooh, barely. I am really early to all of this. There we go. Figuring it out a little bit. Why are you throwing me a pitch? Hide tight, bro. Alright. I have no problem using the right field wall. Too early. This pitcher's like trying to change up speeds on me, throw high and tight. Come on, man. For whatever reason, I cannot wait for the pitch to get to me. But I'm hitting home runs, so who cares? Arrgh. Not great. I think only the top 4 move through. That's foul. That one's gone. But what's the score? Oh, I need some home runs. That is for sure. That one's gone. Probably need like 14. Go! Go! It's gone. I cannot be eliminated in the first round. Can't tell if I'm outside. I'm really making this difficult on myself. I am now at the bottom, so I'm caving under the pressure. I gotta stop looking at the scores. Just get back on track. 40 seconds to go. Come on. A couple people did not hit a home run, so that's good. What are you doing throwing me a pitch that low? Oh, man, that's going to be foul, isn't it? Yep. I'm not going to make it. Dang it. I thought I would need 14, and I do, but I missed that pitch. I literally just missed it. That is a brutal way to end this. Yes, I'm aware I've been eliminated. That was a terrible showing. So hopefully I can do him justice. And I'm the green one. Pretty sure that's out, right? Yes.
From far corner, got some, people are getting down here. We got a lot of prizes to give away as we go along. We already gave away a bunch of Padre T-shirts earlier. And we have more of those to give away. We have a Michael King signed bobblehead and signed baseball to give away later. I think a game against the Colorado Rockies coming up a little bit later. Yeah, July 28th. Okay. So we have all that stuff. You need to, drop by here on your way to the game tonight, Petco Park. Get your name in the hopper. Come see Vanessa or Yahida over here. They are a great PR young ladies who are taking care of us. Congratulations to Vanessa, by the way. She's going to be getting married soon. So we're excited for Vanessa.
I hope she was okay with you saying. You just like to spill everyone's tea on the air all the time.
What, like Monica's birthday over here?
Yeah. I mean, everybody. Like, geez. Everybody's like, don't say anything, and then you say something.
People love it, man. They love it.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that they love it after they tell you not to.
Nobody told me not to. You're the only one that tells me not to.
Because as
you
a guy
are weird
who hates attention, I know.
Yeah, well, you're in the.
Yeah, that's weird. I am on the radio.
I was going to say you're in the perfect line of work to get
really
absolutely
weird.
no attention
You're
whatsoever.
Absolutely right about that one.
So you might want to rethink things. So come down. We're at the corner of 10th and J, and we'll be broadcasting right up until 5:30 or so. So swing by, get your name in here, win some prizes, and while you're here, have some pizzas. They got some drink specials and everything. Right. Part of today's Daily Gambit.
Do you like money?
I think about money a lot.
Do you like money without doing anything?
Winning.
Do you want to make money while watching sports?
I think Washington is immortal luck.
Washington! Woohoo! If you answered yes, this is your segment. Just
nothing is ever your fault.
It's your game. Take it.
Gwynn and Chris go through the top bets of the day in The Daily Gambit on 97.3 The Fan.
Daily Gambit is our daily sports betting segment here on Gwynn and Chris. Please, everybody, gamble responsibly. You know what? Let's just go right to reviewing or to doing today's bets, Chris.
Yeah, we can do that. I do know that we both picked the Spain-Belgium game to go over 2.5 goals, and they did. They had 3, thanks to the late goal by Spain, which won it 2-1 over Belgium earlier. So Spain will take on France in the next round. That will be a heavyweight matchup.
I just got to say, we talked about it earlier. I said Dave Marcus was going to text me about it, and he said no. Guess what he just did? He texted me about the blog post.
He's excited about. He wants the blog post for the Jake Cronenworth
remember when
interview?
He said earlier he was like
he does that.
He was like, no, I'm not asking you for that.
Yeah, he always asks us for that.
Anyway, so
all right, I have a quick correction to the lovely young lady here for our promotions girl, Yahida. And I'm sorry about that, Yahida. Thank you so much. Okay, let's get to the stuff for today.
Yes,
and let's start with the World Cup. The 2 quarterfinals are going to be played tomorrow. One is one that a lot of people, I think, are excited about. England against Norway. England's favored by 1 goal in this one. I think everybody's fallen in love with the guy.
I love Erling. Is it Erling Haaland?
Yeah, everybody loves Erling.
He's great.
The long, blonde-haired Norse god.
He
right?
basically is
for Norway.
If you were to draw something up in a Norse god, he would be it.
He looks so. He's so strong out there that it looks like defenders could just be hanging off of him as he runs down the field.
He could. You're right.
And he could
He
score.
looks like a football player almost.
He does. But England is pretty darn good. So who do you like here? I'll let you go first. England -1 against Norway.
Do I believe in the Harry Kane curse?
What's that?
He golfed with Trump, and now all the fans are because Trump has a bad sports history. Anytime he talks to someone, they end up losing. So
He lost the
Knicks.
that. Well, he lost the Knicks game, and then okay, I see where people are trying to go there.
I feel like this is Norway going to shock the world.
Norway to shock the world. You're
Yep.
taking Norway. I think it's England's time.
That's also true.
For them to go into Mexico and beat them there, that was an unbelievable win at altitude. I thought they would wilt. They did not. Obviously, they're going to have to stop Erling, but just hang all over the guy. It'll be hilarious. I would take England to get to the Final Four.
Which, by the way, is probably the smart play.
Well, they're favored by 1. We'll see where it goes. The next game, Argentina is 1.5 over the Swiss. Argentina, saved the day there at the end against Egypt.
Yeah.
Right. They scored 3 right at the end of the match to win. Switzerland got there without even scoring, but they beat the Colombia in the penalty kicks. Just for that, I'm taking Argentina. I can't pick a team that didn't even score in the last round.
Yeah, I think it's already fixed anyway. They want Argentina to move through, so I'm just going to put Argentina.
You know what? I saw that yesterday that they assigned an all-Argentine referee crew to the France-Morocco game, and people were really upset about that. And I'm like,
seems like a good thing.
I was like, what are they upset about? Did they think that the refs were going to cheat for who?
In that game, no one.
They didn't either. It seemed like a really well-called game. So
yeah, that's weird.
People are looking for stuff.
I mean, Chris, I got to say, I've been watching videos from all over the world. The World Cup is much more important to the world than it is to us, even though we are into it right now.
I know. I've tried to tell everybody that we can't match the rest of the world.
And we're doing a really good job, I think.
People are excited here, but it's not the same. All right, which game has more goals scored tomorrow? Which game scores more goals? England, Norway, or Argentina, Swiss? I'm going to take the England, Norway to score more goals because they have Kane and Erling, where the Argentina game just has Messi alone. So I'll take the England-Norway game for more goals. What are you doing?
The Swiss can't score.
And the Swiss don't score.
I'm going to go England and Norway.
England, Norway, more goals. All right, tonight, Padres are favored over Toronto. I don't know what they've been looking at lately, the odds makers, but they like something about the Padres. -1.5 tonight against the Toronto Blue Jays. Scraby, you're first on this one. I don't even remember who's pitching for the Padres tonight. Oh, J.P. Sears.
He had a good outing last week.
Okay.
I'll take it.
You're going with him?
Against the Dodgers. I mean, that's a confidence booster. However, I thought going into last night's game, I bought into it again. I thought they turned it around, and I know I can't do that because they have not proven to me that they can turn it around.
No, they crashed right back down to earth.
They did against Merrill Kelly, and they got off to a kind of hot start. Manny hits the home run. Very annoying. I have to go with the Padres to win at least 2 this weekend, so I'll say Padres.
Padres have to win 2 out of 3, I believe. If they go in 2 games under 500 at the All-Star break,
goodbye momentum of any kind.
Yeah. I don't care. I hope I jinx it, but I got to take Shane Bieber over
You're
JP
taking
Sears.
the Bieber.
Yeah, I'll take Toronto here. San Diego, Toronto, 8.5 total runs. Again, JP Sears, no confidence. Toronto. Toronto. Over.
Over.
Toronto again.
I'm going to finally think.
Although it's always hard to take over in any Padre game because the Padres don't contribute to that.
It's very true. I'm going to go with the fact that we've been trying to say JP Sears is a fly ball pitcher, and this is the park for him. So I'm going with that. Under. Sorry.
All right. Who has more total bases tonight? And this is a showdown between the 5 home run hitter guys. Who has more total bases, Vlad or Tatis? Who has more total bases in the game tonight? Both guys have only 5 home runs.
This is going to be a foreshadowing of our countdown a little bit.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Fernando because he's been hitting better. I mean, Vlad has just struggled just like Fernando this year.
But Tatis has had a little bit going lately.
Yes.
I didn't think Fernando looked very good last night in that ball game.
So
he looked bad at the plate. He got picked off.
Yep.
And he dropped the fly ball that he was lucky they didn't call a dropped fly ball.
I was thinking about that, but I watched the replay 100 times. It seemed like it was an out.
Okay. But he was still, you know what he was? He was lazy on the play. You know, I
can't call it lazy. It
was a okay.
I can't call it lazy.
I'm going to call it lazy. He's kind of.
So are you going to go with Vlad then?
You know, just for that, I'm going to go with Vlad.
Were you not happy with the speed he moved to pick it up off the ground?
No, that was fine. Just the fact that it just kind of like he seemed like he kind of half-assed it as he reached up for it. I don't
know. Okay.
I got to get used to the way this is the way the players go now, but they got to do everything like they're Mr. Cool out there.
Samad Taylor goes both hands every time.
Thank you, Samad. Catch the ball, get it, and throw it in. Catch it and drop it on the ground. All right, we said earlier Shohei is not going to be in the All-Star game, but he is pitching tonight for the Dodgers against Arizona.
No, he's not pitching.
Oh, not tonight?
No, they took him out.
Oh, they scratched him even tonight.
Scratched him from pitching, yeah.
All right, well, then we'll scratch this bet.
Okay.
Never mind. Wimbledon women's final tomorrow. An all-Czech affair. Carolina Mukova against Linda Noskova. They were doubles partners in the Olympics a couple of years ago.
So they know each other.
Now they're playing each other for the championship at Wimbledon. Noskova's actually been the better player this summer if you want to analyze it, but I'm going to take Mukova. Well, no. Well, here's why I'm worried about Mukova. Goff took her to the end yesterday. It was
tired,
and she could be drained. Noskova, one more. I'll take Mukova anyway.
All right, I'm going to buy into this. She's drained. I'm going to go Noskova.
Noskova. Okay, yeah, we both really analyze that one.
Yep.
Men's final on Sunday. Our guy Sinner beat Djokovic today, and Zverev ended the dream of the fairy tale.
How
Arthur
badly?
Ferry. Not bad.
Okay.
7'6", 6'2", 6'4".
All right.
So, the kid was in there. Yeah, he
7'2", 6'2", 6'4". So, yeah, he won some games.
He won some games. He pushed him to one tiebreaker, but Zverev was, just too good for him. I will take Sinner, though. Oh, no, it's your pick. Sinner minus 4.5 games.
I still cannot.
Against Zverev.
I still cannot bet for Sinner, so I'm going to go Zverev.
Okay.
Has Zverev ever won before?
He's never won Wimbledon. He's won
some
he won his first major last time in the French Open.
Okay, so he's
on a roll, but he's not ever been great on grass. I think Sinner beats him and beats the spread there. Tonight, one WNBA game, Dallas minus 7.5 at Toronto. Might as well get a Toronto WNBA game since the Major League Baseball team is in town here.
Do we remember the Toronto team name?
The Tempo.
Oh, yeah, it's that one.
And I don't know that anybody can argue with me because I don't know that anybody really, truly knows.
Or cares.
I'm sorry to say. The WNBA is getting more popular, but not to the point where people need to know the Toronto team's nickname.
Yeah, that's true.
But 7.5 points at home, I'll have to take Toronto plus the points at home. Dallas has to travel north of the border, all of that.
Yeah, I'll go Toronto.
Going Toronto. And then one last one, Paige Beckers tonight for Dallas or Marina Mabry for Toronto. Who scores more points? Now, I bring it up. Mabry, a couple of weeks ago, probably flying under the radar, she had a 53-point game.
I saw that.
To tie the all-time WNBA record.
Wow.
So she's kind of not really well known, plays up there for Toronto, but 53 points is 53 points. So who scores more tonight, her or Beckers? Paige Beckers.
I'm going to say
for Dallas.
I'm going to say Mabry.
You're going to go with Mabry on her home court.
Yeah.
I think that's the smart money. I'll go Mabry also. All right, there's the Daily Gambit. What do we have? Oh, when we come back, countdown?
Yes.
Oh.
I put some real good thought into
Did you
this.
put some thought into it?
Yes, I did.
All
like
right.
sometimes we just,
roll them
make
out.
it up like as we go. But this one I spent like at least an hour on last night.
An hour?
Yep.
There's my research for it as well.
Oh, that's a
so
lot.
we'll see what we got. We are going to come up the countdown, our top 5 most surprising things about baseball's first half.
And everybody needs to join us down at Far Corner. 10th and J in the Gaslamp. I was hoping you would help me with that. You're just looking at me.
I was going to break, but I will say that we are at the far corner, so come down 10th and J. I already did a whole thing on it. Prizes, pizza, cocktails.
I want people to be down here.
They'll be down here. Don't worry, Scraby. They're already down here.
That's true.
As we continue on 97.3 The Fan. nobody pay attention to him. He doesn't like it.
Thank
But
you.
we're
Thank
broadcasting
you.
live.
Thank you.
Yeah, there you go. Turn around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there. That's
All
better.
right, I can do that. I can do that.
Turn around. Good. That's what the side. That's your better side.
The back of my head.
Yeah, I guess. We're broadcasting live from Far Corner, the corner 10th and J. John just won some stuff. John, thanks for coming down. And we're going to give away more prizes. Adrian Morejon autograph baseball later. Michael King bobblehead later. And a pair of tickets to Padres Rockies on July 28th later. So you still have time to come down. If you're on your way to the game, you definitely should pop in here at the corner 10th and J. Grab yourself some drink specials, $4 beers, $5 wells, and the pizza. I know they're making us a pizza back there, Scraby. So when they bring that out, I'll ask you to take over.
I'm starving
for the rest of the show. Yeah, no, they do some great pizzas here and other stuff at Far Corner. Really, really great place. It's like third or fourth time we've been here, and I always enjoy coming down. The atmosphere, and it's just a really, really good vibe here.
And it's huge.
Right.
Like, it goes open all the way down.
Yes, and you can get a lot of people in here and still feel like you have a little room to move around.
Yeah, and it's almost like you got three different areas, too. You got like a bar area, you got like a lounge area, and then you got like an upscale bar area.
I like it. I like it for sure. All right, Far Corner, 10th and J, as mentioned, that's where we'll be the rest of today. But the first half of the Major League Baseball season, there have certainly been some surprises. What have been our top five in the countdown as we get rolling?
It's now time for Gwynn and Chris to rank their top five of the day.
Gonna grip and rip as usual.
But this isn't just a regular top five list.
I love it. It sounds sadistic, but I love it.
This is the countdown. And it starts right now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, bunch of crazy stuff. First half of the baseball season. First half of any season, really. But what are one of our top five on the countdown today for the strangest or most surprising things of baseball's first half? I also want to, before we go on to the countdown, the show is in great hands today because we got Kyle Ovenshire back in the studio.
It's very true.
Pushing the ones and twos.
It's very true.
And man, what a luxury to have somebody of his skill level running the board during the show instead of the person we usually have.
I like it because I don't have to worry about making any mistakes on the board today. It's just going to go smooth. And you know what? I just threw a curveball at Kyle, and I said that, oh, look, Chris just got delivered
get
some
out of
wings.
here. I got some wings. I'm out of here.
Some wings and some, really delicious-looking carrots, I got to say. Those look like from someone's garden.
I love this place, Far Corner. Can't believe we're going to do the show now.
I forgot what I was saying. I forgot.
Yeah, it throws you off. All right, let's just
I threw Kyle a curveball, and I said, hey, you need to get to open for this. And he looked through the computer. He got done.
Kyle's right on it, man. Kyle's a great guy. We're lucky to have him. And, all right, so here we go. Let's start the countdown with
just as number five.
Number five.
There you go, Kyle. All right, we almost connected there.
Oh, now our pizza's here, Chris. This is not good.
Yeah, I know. We'll make it through the countdown. Let's do it really fast.
Okay.
All right, you want to go first? I'll let you go first. What's your number five most surprising thing about baseball's first half?
Some of the teams that are bad this year, like the Blue Jays who are in town, they're well under 500.
They were in the World Series last year.
Not much
forget.
Not much really changed about their team too much.
They lost Bo Bichette, but other than that.
And Bo Bichette's not doing well either.
Yeah, right.
The Royals are always that team that, people think are going to be good and make the playoffs. They're pretty terrible this year. And then the Mets are just completely awful. They are so bad, and they have the highest payroll in baseball, or second highest payroll.
That's definitely a surprise.
Yeah.
All right, there's your number five surprise. Teams that you didn't expect are doing badly. I'll go with this on my number five. I don't really know if it's a surprise, but it's certainly strange. And that is the fact that the National League teams are beating the crap out of the American League teams. And if you look at it right now, the National League is plus 48 in wins over the American League in head-to-head, which means that the Padres should and better beat the Blue Jays this weekend. But because of all that, the American League has no good teams. And right now, do you know that the Mariners at 47-47 would be in the playoffs in the American League? The Padres would only be a half game out. But we're in the National League where 11 of the 15 teams are 500 or better.
It's always annoying like that when you see other divisions or other leagues.
Yeah.
And you're like, man, the Padres, they'd be leading the league.
Well, it'd be in a lot better shape if they were in the American League this year.
Yeah.
But it's a strange season. The National League has been crushing the American League.
All right, next
On
one.
we go, Kyle.
Mr. Ovenshire.
Number 4.
My number 4 is something like, I guess, personal here to San Diego, but I was really shocked and disappointed and surprised that Jurickson Profar got caught for steroids for a second time.
Oh, man.
That is, I thought the first time was a mistake, maybe. You know, I was willing to give him a chance.
You're almost willing to believe him,
But the second time, I can't believe him. And so now that he's been caught twice and he's out for a full year, I look back at his time with the Padres and that season that he had and how great he was, and I can't enjoy it as much. So that was surprising to me that he got caught for the second time in 2 years.
That's a really good pull. I think beyond what you said is the fact that what we got to know of Jurickson Profar, we liked a lot.
Yeah.
And everybody that I know of around the organization liked him a lot.
Yep.
And then we have a guy on from Atlanta a couple of weeks ago where they hate him a lot.
Because him not getting a contract and barely playing for them.
Yeah.
Like missing half of last year and then missing all of this year.
Yeah, it's not what we saw coming with Jurickson Profar for sure. My number 4 is a statistical anomaly which has never before happened in Major League Baseball. That is that the MLB leader in victories, in wins, is relief pitcher Aaron Ashby of the Milwaukee Brewers. He has 12 wins. There's only one other starter in baseball that has 11, and that's Chase Burns of the Reds. So Aaron Ashby is pretty much 2 wins clear of the field. In the history of the baseball, no relief pitchers ever won the wins championship.
That's crazy. I mean, Adrian Morejon had a lot of wins last year.
He did. He had 10, I think, 11 or whatever.
That's not even close.
No, you don't normally, lead the league as a reliever. In fact, it's never happened, as I said. But in this day and age, you understand it because relievers come into games much earlier.
Yep.
And every time Ashby comes into a game, the Brewers win, and he gets the win. It's a weird one.
By the way, we are going to be giving away an Adrian Morejon autographed baseball a little bit later. Come on down. Far corner, 10th and J. Let's move forward.
Number 3.
I'm good. I've tried to get people to sign up, okay? Chris is not even looking at me anymore. I'm going to say the White Sox. Being as good as they have been so far this year, they lost 324 games in the last 3 years.
Wow.
This year, they brought in Murakami. When he was healthy, he was hitting a home run. It seemed like every time he stepped up to the plate. And Will Venables did a great job. A couple years ago, they set the record for most losses, 121, I believe.
That's what I was going to say. It was 2 years ago that they were
2 years
one
ago.
of the worst teams ever. And here they are. They're in first place. It's only a percentage points, but they are on top.
Yeah, they're tied with the Guardians, but I'm giving them that because they completely turned it around. And Will Venable last year put together a team, and I know our guy Richard, he's a White Sox fan over there. So, there we go. We got to go White Sox.
Yeah, boy, did we ever. Okay, Will Venable, manager of the year, I would think. Getting the White Sox up there. All right, my number 3 is going to be, unfortunate, but, we've talked about it around here all year. It's gone away a little bit lately, but I still think the fact that Fernando only has 5 home runs is a surprising thing as anything. And Vlad is here tonight for Toronto. He only has 5.
Mm-hmm.
So Fernando's not alone, which makes me feel a little better. But there are 202 players in baseball that have more home runs than Fernando Tatis Jr. That's almost everybody. And, I don't know how anyone can explain the fact that a guy who averaged a home run every 16 plate appearances for his career this year is averaging 1 for every 80 plate appearances.
That's a massive difference.
It's a massive difference.
That's games and games and games worth of difference.
Yeah, you know what? I don't want to. It's like we've talked about it, so I don't want to feel like I'm beating a dead horse. But I still find it shocking every time he comes to the plate. and it says 5 home runs. So I had to put it in there.
All right. So
my third most surprising thing. All right, number 2.
I'm going to keep going with the whole.
Okay, number 2.
My number 2 overall is sluggers not hitting.
Okay.
So you got Fernando with 5 home runs. You got Vlad Jr. with 5 home runs. And I say hitting for power. Now, I looked this up this morning, Chris, and this shocked me.
Okay.
Cal Raleigh is only hitting 168 right now.
Yeah.
He's only got 9 home runs this year. He missed a little bit of time, but it was one small IL stint, so it's not like he missed extended time.
60 home runs last year.
He only has 29 RBIs, but he's hitting 168. That's below Manny.
It's 30 points below Manny.
Do we realize how hard that is to do right now? Like, it's crazy how Cal Raleigh is just falling off the face of the earth this year.
Yeah, can I throw one of my fantasy guys in the same category? Eugenio Suarez from 49 last year to 9 this year.
Yeah.
Single-handedly killing my team.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah,
and he's in the Reds ballpark.
Playing in Cincinnati, you thought he'd hit, 80 this year.
You would think.
All right, my number 2 most surprising thing in baseball is similar to your White Sox one, but I don't think it's the White Sox who are more surprising. It's actually, to me, the Rays that are more surprising. The Rays are in first place. They're 4 games ahead of the Yankees. They have the third best record in all of baseball. And here's the deeper dive. The Rays are the 24th highest payroll in baseball. The White Sox, who you already talked about, they're in first place. They're the 28th highest. The Marlins, who are leading the wild card, are 29th.
Yes.
And the Guardians, who are tied with the White Sox, are 30th.
Yes.
Do you know what this means, Scraby?
Tell me.
What it means is that when they push comes to shove and the negotiations this offseason, the players are going to be able to look at this and say, the model does not need to be fixed.
Yeah.
Because small market teams, and those are small as you get, all have the best records. So there's nothing broken with the system. And that is what the players are going to say. And it's going to keep them from having an agreement.
I came across a tweet yesterday that maybe we'll bring up later in the show, but it's basically saying that. But it's giving how much each team is paying per win this year. And so it's kind of interesting.
All right. So here we go. Number 1 most surprising thing in baseball in the first half is
everything so far about the Padres this year. Literally everything. Like,
you didn't see any of this coming, huh?
I didn't see any of this coming. Sometimes they have games where they can't even get the ABS system right. Like, it is a struggle for them this year. Whenever you think they're getting it going, they fall apart. Whenever they fall apart, they get it going. It's just it's been surprising and shocking, all of the above.
I think that the fact they started 29-18 and looked the way they did makes what's happened now even more.
Oh, okay. So you're saying it validates my number 1.
Right. It's like the way they started, they were like a shoe-in for the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. Craig Stammen was manager of the year.
Yeah, they were going to get Musgrove back, get some other guys going. But, man, it is really collapsed. All right, my number 1 most surprising thing in baseball is that the All-Star game is Tuesday, and these teams, billion-dollar corporations, each of them, yet nobody can figure out how to properly use the darn ABS system. And there's no bigger problem than the Padres, and they
proved it again last night.
Yeah, they were out of challenges in the 5th inning again last night. And look, it isn't that you're out of challenges if the 2 that you did were worth it.
Yeah.
But the Padres don't challenge when it's worth it, or and then they do challenge when it's not worth it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I could give the course, and Craig Stammen comes on, he says, hey, this is difficult. It is difficult. And here's the proof. Only 53% of the time the challenge is correct so far across baseball. So that's how hard it is, which is exactly why you shouldn't keep blowing them early in the game. And the Padres are not alone. Can you believe this, Scraby? 548 challenges have been made this year in the first inning.
Wow.
You cannot tell, not by the Padres, but by everybody.
Oh, I was going to say,
no,
I don't remember that many challenges.
No, not the Padres.
Okay.
Well, they've only played 70, 80 games.
I was like, what?
But across baseball, That's 548 times to me. Unless you got bases loaded 2 out, you're wasting that challenge in the first inning.
I think it would be interesting to see if there's stats on where they are on base and things like that.
Okay, and then I'm going to go one step further. This is actually true. 15 times this year, a team has used and been out of challenges in the first inning.
15 in the first inning?
Yeah, so it's not just the Padres. It's happening throughout baseball. Teams cannot figure this out, and we're at the All-Star break, and you know and I know this matters, and they ought to figure it out. It's the same thing that I would say about, remember the NFL with how to use replay properly?
Yeah.
That was deciding games.
Yes, it was.
Yet coaches didn't know how to do it.
Takes a little bit of time to figure it out.
Yeah,
I guess.
well, the time has come because it's a big deal, and we've said it. It already cost them that one game against the Dodgers.
Yep.
But if it costs them another one down the stretch that they need to win and they're out of challenges in a big situation, because Campusano calls for a challenge last night in the top of the first inning on a 1-1 pitch to Corbin Carroll.
Yeah.
It means nothing if you're right, but it means everything when he was wrong.
It means a lot when you're wrong.
And that's why they've got to figure it out. And I don't agree. I like Craig Stammen, you know that, but I don't agree with him when he says, hey, we're working on it. It's tough. No, make a set of rules with your team that you only challenge when the situation calls for it.
Yeah.
And if that's too much for you to handle, then we'll, figure out a sign system or something. But you got to know situations and when challenging is worthwhile.
I saw that Randy Arozarena, I believe last week, lost both of his challenges in his first at bat for the team.
So there you go. That's one of the 15.
They're just done.
Yeah, it's one of the 15.
Like that to me is a selfish teammate.
I would think so.
Because now you're saying that your at bat is above everybody else's at bat.
Yeah, nobody else now has this
in the first inning.
Yeah. I said we pick on the Padres because we see every one of their games, but it's happening around the whole league. There's been 548 challenges in the first inning.
That's crazy.
I would say, I say that almost every one of those was wasted.
Yeah, unless it was bases loaded, 2 outs, and the guy got a hit or was about to get a hit or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's wasted. Wasted.
All right, there's our 5 biggest surprises in baseball. Chris versus the fans. You should be able to win today because I'm on the road. Although I still have my knowledge, so give us a call, 833-28.
You brought your brain with you?
I brought my brain with me. I've done it in my dinger, but I brought my brain.
Oh, where'd my dinger go?
833-288-0973. Let's play. Gwynn and Chris returning and continuing from a far corner here. Finally, a Friday. Corner of 10th and J across from the ballpark, and the fans obviously starting to get down into position for tonight's ball game. The Padres.
Oh yeah, this place
and the Toronto Blue Jays. Thank you and congratulations to Katie back there and to Mike. They won prizes during the break, and we're going to give away more stuff, including an Adrian Morejon autographed baseball and a pair of tickets to Padres Rockies July 28th coming up. I also should mention, Scraby, that we are getting treatment from the ownership here that you and I are not used to.
No.
Max, who runs this great place, I said we've been here 3 or 4 times. Every time we're here, I think he goes back and
personally makes everything.
Yeah, he personally makes stuff for us.
It's amazing.
So it's so good. He brought us some chicken wings that they're working on that are I don't even know if you couldn't call them chicken wings. They're so delectable. Because I always feel chicken wings are kind of you get a little bit of meat on there and then you kind of toss it aside. These are they're better.
You're talking to a chicken wing.
You're an expert. I know.
No, I'm not an expert. I don't like chicken wings. But I
you
like
don't
boneless
like them.
wings.
You're boneless. That's right. You and Yahida, she doesn't like.
You don't like it either.
Well, she likes boneless.
Okay.
But these chicken wings, man, Max he's got it going on. So thank you.
I've seen you eat chicken wings every single Thursday after the Epic Wings round table, and you love your wings.
Yeah, this is look, the Epic Wings are pretty fantastic, but this is a different category of wings. You know what I mean? There's room for both.
Yeah, there's different types of wings everywhere.
And then Max brought us a couple of these pizzas, and I don't know if you guys noticed out there, but I got the 2 gals guarding the pizzas so that nobody will, steal our pizzas.
Yes.
But thank you, Max, for having us down here to Far Corner. All right, we ready? We're going to do a little Chris versus the fans.
We're ready.
833-288-0973. Should mention the prize that you are going for is to be entered in that drawing for the grand prize. 2-night stay at Fontainebleau, Las Vegas, $150 food and beverage credit. The Oasis pool deck at Fontainebleau, Las Vegas has officially opened for the season, offering 6-acre elevated pool experience, 6 distinct pools, live beach. Enter to win a 2-night stay at Fontainebleau, Las Vegas, and a $150 food and beverage credit. To book your stay, visit FontainebleauLasVegas.com. You know where the Fontainebleau originated? Scraby, like the official famous Fontainebleau, the very first one.
No.
Miami Beach.
Okay.
There was a big hoity-toity thing down there back in the day. I think it's still is.
The name sounds very fancy.
Yeah, it's a Miami thing, and they've come on out to Vegas.
I've only been to Miami once. It was nice, but it was the hottest place I've ever been in my entire life.
Well, you would think I would love Miami, right? Because of the Dolphins and things. I never want to go there again. It's so humid, I can't even stand setting foot in Miami.
Even in the hotel room, it's humid. It's gross.
Yeah. Why? The people in New York who all move and live in Florida at the end, I don't get it.
I guess they're saying it's. Yeah, I don't get it either.
I don't get
it either. Never mind. I was going to try to defend them, but there's no defense.
Who wants to live with alligators and bugs that are bigger than catcher's gloves?
Not me.
And the humidity?
Not me.
Florida, you can have Florida. But let's do Chris versus the fans now.
If you had one shot, one opportunity to take down the human almanac himself,
howdy do.
Now is your time.
Listen to me, this guy is dangerous.
Now is your opportunity to win a prize.
Well, I hope you know what you're in for.
Chris versus the fans starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, the rules. You have to make it through 3 questions. Each question will get more difficult. If you get the question right, you move on. If you get it wrong, or if you get it wrong and Chris gets it right, you're eliminated. But if Chris gets it wrong, then you move on to the next question, or you win. If you're a first-time player, let us know before you get into it, and you'll get that question for free today.
Very good.
Let's go. I have a screenshot of the Okay, let's go to Hunter in Carlsbad.
Hunter
in Carlsbad. Hello, Hunter.
How's it going?
Very
Pretty
good. Very good. Welcome to the show.
You ready to play?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, here we go.
All right.
On a standard, like, high school track, how many laps do you need to run to get to a mile?
I think it's 8.
He's going 8.
8 laps.
Yeah.
That is incorrect. But stay there.
That's 4.
It's 4, yes. I'm
Sorry.
Sorry about that.
I wonder if you threw him off with the high school thing, because I think almost any track, it's 4 laps for a mile.
I just wanted to make sure that I had the
Okay.
the
No,
track
that's fine.
in mind.
Fair enough. But I think everybody kind of should know that. Sorry, Hunter.
Yeah, because that was maybe the worst thing about high school football was having to run the mile.
I told you we had to run a 6-minute mile.
That's ridiculous.
To make to be on the Aztec baseball team, and I could not do it, but I somehow did. I probably came in at 5:59.99, and I'll never forget. We did it on a Friday. I didn't feel well again until about the next Wednesday.
You just ran yourself to death almost?
That's how much I gave to try to make that.
I can tell you right now.
Oh, God, I couldn't do it now. Are you
Don't.
kidding?
No, I'm saying I can tell you right now. I don't know I would be able to ever in my life break a 6-minute mile. I'm just not a runner. I'm not a runner.
Me neither.
All right, let's go to our next contestant. And Michael in Escondido is going to be that guy. Hello, Michael.
Hey, Michael.
Hi guys. How you doing? First time player.
First time player.
All right, we go to question number 2. I hope this isn't too hard, but what MLS team has won the most MLS Cup championships?
Oh, that's a challenging one.
New York Cosmos.
New York Cosmos is going way back in the day.
That is incorrect.
Oh.
Stay there.
Yeah, I don't follow the MLS too closely, Scrape. I mean, I followed a little closely here the last couple of years with us having a team. I think the most is the Galaxy. That's my pick.
You
LA
are correct.
Galaxy. It is?
You are correct.
Oh,
I'm
no,
sorry
that was
about that.
so lucky.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Michael. It is the Galaxy.
It is the Galaxy.
Yeah, Joe
It is the
Totino's
Galaxy.
Galaxy, man.
Oh, Joe. Yeah.
He's the play-by-play. Joe's got rings. How many have they won? 3, 4?
10, I think. No, I'm just kidding. I don't
No,
know.
not
But
10,
they definitely have won the most. I
Okay.
don't remember that. I did that question a couple, maybe last week.
Yeah. All right.
Let's go.
Sorry about that, Michael. I lucked out for sure. Play again, man. Play again.
Let's go to Carlos in Chula Vista. Hello, Carlos.
Hey, Carlos.
Hey, what's up, you guys?
Hey,
Not
we're
so
having
much.
a good time, man. Good to talk to you
Hey,
today.
it's my first time playing.
First time player. Thanks for playing, Carlos. Good for you, and good luck. Here we go.
Here we go.
Thank you.
We asked about this yesterday, so I'm going to flip it. Who was the National League Rookie of the Year last season?
Oh, my gosh. I got no clue, to be honest.
Okay,
That's a
fine.
hard one. He's going to go pass.
Just stay there.
Yeah, you're still in the hunt because I'm not thinking of it right now, and I don't know how much time Scraby's going to give me to figure it out. You probably shouldn't give me too much time because I eventually will figure it
10
out.
10 seconds. 10 seconds.
Yeah, I just, you know what? I like Carlos. I'm just going to guess right now.
Okay.
Jacob Mizorowski.
Jacob Mizorowski is a good guess, but incorrect.
Carlos. Yes, you're still alive. Yeah, I know who it is, and I'm going to be mad.
Drake Baldwin.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not that mad.
The Braves.
Yeah, that's not like a readily. I mean, I know it now, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Here
All
we
right. Good
go.
for you, Carlos. You're still in there.
Question number
All right,
3.
let's do this.
This was tough. Who hit the first pinch hit grand slam in World Series history during Game 1 of last year's World Series? Chris, who hit the? Or no?
You're asking me?
Yeah. No, sorry. I'm asking
Ask
Carlos.
him.
I'm asking Carlos. Who hit the first
Pinch
pinch hit
hit?
grand slam? Say it again.
I gotta say.
Didn't need an answer.
I know.
He doesn't know that one. That's
I'm
a
gonna,
tough
I'm
one,
gonna
too.
go. I'm just gonna go
Hey,
with.
Carlos, you
I
may
don't
still
know.
win.
I'm gonna pass. I don't know.
Okay, he's going to pass. All right. Chris,
Yeah.
who hit the first pinch hit grand slam in World Series history in last year's Game 1 of the World Series?
I can picture the guy, but I cannot think of his stupid name.
Really?
Plays. I think he was on your fantasy team, and I think he plays outfield, and he plays some third base, and all of a sudden he was a big star because he hit that grand slam, but the only name that's coming to mind is Adley Rutschman, and that's totally wrong because he's on the Orioles. So I'm going to have to –
You got 15 more seconds.
Yeah, I'm going to just have to guess Bo Bichette because I can't remember who it is.
That is incorrect.
No!
Carlos is the winner.
You've done
Stay
it.
on the line.
Your first
Kyle's
time.
going to get your information.
Was I the right guy at least?
You knew the right guy.
I did, but I can't remember what's his name.
When we review our picks before the year next week,
oh, yeah, you said this guy was going to be the greatest player.
The worst pick I've ever made.
Yeah.
Addison Barger.
Addison Barger, yeah.
Worst pick I've ever made in my entire history of Gwynn and Chris.
Yeah, he's kind of come.
He's been hurt, but he's not been great.
But, man, he just, out of nowhere, and he not just hit that grand slam, he had some other big hits in that World Series.
Yeah. This year he started out injured, and he just never
Addison
got going.
Barger.
And I was all excited thinking he was going to be the breakout. I am not even close on that.
Well, here's the good thing for you, Carlos. You've won, right?
Yeah.
The day.
The qualification for the grand prize to Fontainebleau in Las Vegas.
Good for you, Carlos. Congrats on that. Stay on the line. Kyle will get your info there, and you'll be in the running to go to the famous Fontainebleau. All right, we got a break coming up. Gwynn and Chris is underway. We are at Far Corner. That is at the corner of 10th and J. And as I said yesterday, if you come down to Petco Park and you park at the Parkade, that's like right over here.
We can see it from where we're sitting.
We can see you pull into the lot.
Yeah, we'll wave at you.
So come on by at least and say hi on your way into the ballpark. We're here till 5:30. Gwynn and Chris on 97.3 The Fan. resumes. Congratulations to Carlos, first-time player. Got himself the win today in Chris versus the fans. What's the guy's name? Addison Barger.
Addison Barger.
Yeah, totally forgot. I mean, I didn't forget about him. I just couldn't,
I didn't
remember the name.
Remember the name. The only reason I thought you might remember the name is because I made that terrible pick before the year. So
I do remember that.
Yeah.
And we'll be reviewing all of our first half picks, most of which are terrible, next week during the All-Star break.
That's especially terrible.
That one's bad, but I had some bad ones too. There's some things I wish you didn't write down before the season that I predicted that have not come even close to true.
Chris.
Yeah, we'll do that next week during the All-Star break. Gwynn and Chris here. Far corner is where we are. Tony, of course, up in the booth getting ready for the broadcast tonight. Jake Cronenworth was on with us earlier. If you missed it, the good news for you, we'll have it for you again at about 5:15. But if you honestly, like us, are trying to figure out what's wrong with the Padres, Jake going to give you a pretty fair, not explanation, but just a fair shake on what's happened and what they need to do. So
I thought you asked him some pretty tough questions in the regard of, I don't know that he knew the answer, but he worked it through.
He took his best shot at them,
and he really thought about it.
Yeah, well, look, it's been a tough go. How do these guys deal with it? I know how we deal with it. We, complain all the time and yell and scream.
It's easy for us to do that.
Yeah, and try to fire everybody and trade them all. But that's not how the players do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Logan Webb yesterday, we're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
That guy was a media guy who was doing that. But Logan Webb is taking a lot of heat. People are not on his side.
For telling the kid to take a hike?
Yeah, saying that they shouldn't allow people like you in the clubhouse. I feel like I understand Logan Webb and why he shouldn't respond. But I think it's totally fair for an athlete to respond if someone's just going to continually bug them on the internet and just make fun of them and say bad things about them. I think it's totally fair. I understand, again, why they shouldn't, but I have no issues with him doing that. He didn't say anything offensive.
Logan Webb?
Yeah, didn't say anything offensive.
I'm more on his side than, I am on the other kid's side.
Yeah.
The kid works for the media. He should know better, to me, than to just claim straight up that the Giants don't care and have given up.
Yeah,
I don't see how he could know that.
I was thinking
and
about
that's
this.
all Logan Webb was saying. Hey, I wish that you weren't here.
Yeah,
if that's what you're going to say.
And the problem was he's with the flagship radio station, so he is allowed to be in there. Obviously,
okay, that's fine.
It would be like me doing that stuff.
Being allowed to be somewhere and being allowed to say whatever the hell you want are two different things.
And granted, the reporter didn't say it in the clubhouse. He said it on his way out in a video. But still, you're saying things that are probably untrue, and you're saying it for your audience, and that's fine.
Well, you're saying things that,
you're saying it for who you want to hear it, and
you're saying it for the clicks.
Yeah,
and so anybody that talks or posts for the clicks, I'm going to be anti that.
Me too.
Guy in the right place at the right time, Mike Boynton Jr.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, exactly. Guy's just minding his own business as the assistant coach at Michigan basketball. Doing okay. And what happens? 2 weeks ago, Dustin May goes to the NBA.
Yeah.
Well, the Michigan, it's Michigan. They wanted to do a national search and this and that, but they couldn't. Because all of the players are committed to this staff, right? It's a different world now.
Yep.
So if you bring in somebody else, the players that were there would have been able to leave, et cetera. So Michigan go, wow, in order to keep these players, we better keep the same staff. So Mike Boynton, fortunate for him, he's now the head coach.
That's
of
awesome.
The defending national champions.
That's awesome. And I like that they're keeping someone from the staff, because then you're not completely letting the students high and dry.
I would like it better if they were keeping him because they feel he deserves to be the coach.
Not just because he was right place, right time.
But I think that he kind of got lucky at being in the right place at the right time. So we talked earlier about how shocking it is that Tampa Bay is, the best team in the American League, second best in baseball, or third best. And, how that can possibly be when they're 24th in payroll. And then all down the line with the White Sox and the Marlins and the Guardians they have the lowest 3 payrolls in baseball. Marlins, White Sox, Guardians, and they are all in playoff position right now.
The Rays have a lower payroll than the Sox, but yeah, it's the Marlins.
Well,
Guardians.
I think it depends what list you look at, right? I mean,
That's true.
I was on Spot
But
Track.
those-
You might be on something else.
Those
but,
are definitely the
right.
lower teams.
Those are all the low teams, and most of them are in the playoffs right now. Now, granted, the Dodgers are doing what they do. Yankees are up there, but the Mets have wasted a ton of money.
Yeah.
And
I'll tell
and
you
they're
about
not the only ones. So Scraby ran into this. I think it's interesting. What does every team out there actually pay in terms of how it equates to wins?
Yeah, and the other thing is it kind of – I'll tell you at the end. So MLB top 5 payrolls combined. How much did they spend so far this year? $1.754 billion. That's the top 5 payrolls combined. 1.75 billion.
1.75 billion from an ownership group that simply is just broke. They have no money, and they got to change the system.
Yeah. MLB's bottom 5 payrolls combined for I'm just going to round up, $500 million.
Those are the worst teams.
Yes.
Those are the teams that have
the bottom
that
5.
really have no money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, here is where
they
my
still
theory,
spend $100 million each on average.
Yes. My theory about how certain teams can spend a lot, this is thrown in my face because the top 5 payrolls combined wins so far this year, but a couple days ago, 242. MLB's bottom 5 payrolls combined wins, 244. So spending money does not mean you're going to win more games than not spending money. So
repeat that to people if you just maybe, you're driving, you didn't hear that, because it's important, and it's going to be important when the negotiations come up at the end.
Exactly.
And what's important about it is that the players are going to say, we are not going to agree to fix the system because the system isn't broke.
Yes.
The teams that are the bottom teams are winning more games than the top teams. So why should we put in a salary cap and, quote, put everybody on an even playing field?
Yep.
It's already that way.
It is.
And you can't argue because the numbers are right there, what you just said.
Yeah, like if you look at it, you break it down per win, the Dodgers have, at the time of this article, 60 wins, so they had paid $7 million per win. Now the Marlins have 50 wins. They're only paying $1.64 million per win.
So again, the Dodgers, by what they spend compared to wins,
they're listing them as a $420.7 million payroll.
Right. So they average $7 million per win.
Yeah, they're paying $7 million per win.
The Marlins are only paying $1 million per win.
1.64.
So they're spending a lot more wisely.
Yes.
And they developed younger players that they don't have to pay as much. Okay.
Guardians 1.8, Rays 2.1, Sox White Sox 2.4.
Who's the lowest? The best? The Marlins? The lowest?
Marlins, yeah, lowest.
Okay, so
1.64 million per win.
Okay, so they're doing. And now, which team's spending the most?
It's got
to be the Mets.
The Mets, 38 wins, $9.9 million.
$9.9 million per win. And you can't put your phone away because the inquiring minds out here want to know how much are the Padres. $9 million is the top. $1 million is the best. Where are the Padres? Somewhere in the middle? How much are we? Okay.
So let me go.
You'll have to look that up. But yeah, I want to know how much.
I should have honestly looked this up.
Well, you do. The talk show you do is in San Diego. I thought you might, make a connection there, but
I didn't.
I'm asking a lot.
So maybe I'll have the answer on the other side. Actually, okay. So the Padres, 200. I'm just going to say 213.
You're going to figure it out yourself.
213.5. They have
46 wins.
46 wins. Give me my calculator.
Give me my dinger. All right. How much?
213.5.
By the way, you guys are all listening to a man who can't do math
even with a calculator.
No kidding.
We're gonna have to get back to this, Chris. No, I got it. $4.6 million per win. $4.6 million per win.
Can we give him a round of applause there for figuring that out?
That was tough.
That took a lot of power and brain power.
I'm done now. That's it.
All right. So basically, the Padres are in the middle. Is what I said.
Yep. Basically.
Okay. The Mets are paying $9.9 million per win.
Yep.
They're blowing the most money.
Yep.
The Marlins 1.8, so they're spending the best.
Yep.
Padres right in the middle, 4.6. So there you have it.
That's a pricey win right there. 4.6.
Well, they'd be paying less if they had more wins.
That's true. You gotta stack some wins.
You got to get some wins to pay less.
Why don't we just tell them this? Has anyone brought this to their attention?
You don't think they listen to the show? You don't think they're all sitting around quietly in the clubhouse right now listening to this right now?
Yeah, they're all sitting crisscross applesauce listening.
There you have it. Okay. So if they are, hi, Manny. We're coming back to Far Corner. And in the meantime, while you're gone out there, the folks here are going to win some more prizes. If you want to get down here and have a chance to get the Adrian Morejon autographed baseball tickets to Padres Rockies, Far Corner, we're here for another hour. If you're on your way into Petco Park, you got to come in and say hello. Gwynn and Chris continues on 97.3 The Fan.
And what is before they try, what is the heat index they're facing? Do we know? Or
well, you could look up the Scoville on a ghost pepper.
Yeah.
It's one of the world's hottest. There's a couple of hotters.
Scoville's the measurement unit.
The X pepper and all of that.
Thanks for the education, because I did not know.
I've allowed milk and bread, but if I was asked,
tell us the actual rules of this. Like
the rule is,
see if you can do it. I guess
you guys alternate spoonfuls until one of you can't.
One of you can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
Until you can't do it anymore.
Fulls.
I will take one.
The winner,
spoonful of
Scrady,
this.
has a jar of a couple of my jars.
I think they both are winners if they pass this. I hate to
winners.
say, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
There will be no back and forth. There will be one spoonful.
Now, this is the one that he has right now.
The 38?
Maybe.
Okay. All right.
Now, this right here, I've been putting on some of my turkey burgers.
Good stuff.
This is hot.
Okay.
Right, are we doing
All right, here we go.
All right. Let's
Adam's
do it.
ready. There, away he goes. He does have a full spoonful for those listening.
I'm literally sweating watching him do this right now. That's a full spoon.
All right.
Sure.
That is a full
down
spoon.
the hatch we go.
All right.
And man, he went the whole thing. He did not. He did not trickle that down the throat. He just
hasn't reached for the milk yet.
Scraby's coming over.
When does the heat kick in?
Oh,
I knew it.
When does the heat kick in? Wow.
You better go, dude.
There goes Scraby. Scraby, did you swallow that, Scraby? Yeah.
That is some good stuff.
It's delicious.
Delicious.
We're gonna see it. I'm gonna watch you now.
I'm feeling it already. Adam, are you?
No.
Adam's feeling nothing. All right, so take another spoonful, Adam. You'll win.
Oh, come on. Now we're double dipping.
He's all one
can't put your
spoonful.
same
That's
spoon
not
in
what
there.
the competition's all about.
We always said
Spoonful
that.
too?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, yeah.
I always said that Adam Klug was kind of had a.
I at least used a different spoon, no double dipping.
All right.
I didn't know where I don't.
I
think
always
it
thought
matters.
Adam Klug had a cold persona, but evidently it's just the opposite.
All right,
Big
he
boss
is
Michael
handling
Valenzuela
it.
in the YouTube chat, by the way.
What you waiting on? You let laughing drip in your hand. Oh, okay.
Scraby, where are you? Let me see. I'm just looking at Adam, and Adam's not having any problem at all.
Look at you, Adam.
Adam is back to.
But this
I must tell you, Tony, that Adam has cashed the check.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he did.
cashed
You said
his
I wouldn't
check.
be able to cash
I
it.
did.
No, you
I
cashed
sure
it,
did.
man.
You
You
proved
cashed
me
it
wrong,
for
my
sure.
friend. I gotta tell you though, this is further proof that whatever we got him with that tie,
The tie thing,
was
yeah, 'cause
super weak.
this is less than a 10, right?
He's over here having a difficult time.
You're turning a little red,
The tie
Scraby.
was just as bad.
You're turning a little red.
By the way, this is delicious.
Oh my God!
he's
He's
going
taking
there.
that one.
Yes.
Come on, Adam. Wow, you're gonna have to come back in 6 months with like an 88.
Oh,
38.
We'll have to go with the higher Scoville next time.
all right. Oh, wow! Look at this guy. He's talking trash now.
Well,
I
he
haven't had a sip of milk or bread.
He hasn't even reached for it.
No, he doesn't
came out
even
of the
need the
gates
bread.
talking trash.
All right.
All right, now I'm gonna take another one.
What?
Well,
Why
you got
are
to you got to
doing
hold
this
another
to
spoon.
yourself.
No, because I don't want.
You don't want Adam to say he
By
has
the way,
wing sauce,
yeah,
baby.
get the whole
Full spoon,
get the same
baby.
thing that like he's dropping it all in there.
Keep the studio clean.
It's all anybody's
Big
worried
boss
about.
Michael watching over here. Come on.
Ooh, boy, Scrabe, get back in front of the camera. Your face is red, Scrabe, isn't it, Tony? Are you
I'm
seeing
sweating.
the same thing?
You are sweating. Your face is definitely.
Why do you keep doing this?
You're not feeling anything?
Adam isn't even moved over
I
there.
feel a 1 or maybe a 2 out of 10 here.
Wow,
Adam
that's
Klug.
ridiculous. Because I'm.
Wow.
Adam Klug is a tough
Maybe
son of a
bent
gun.
over the trash can.
No,
over
I had
there.
to spit.
I was going to say it looks like Adam Klug may be producing the rest of the show because he's fine. Scraby may need
Scraby's
to
going
go
to
get
yeah,
assistance.
Here's want the milk, dude. It might
Frank
work
predicted
better.
that.
No.
Oh, did he?
Frank
Maybe he's having
predicted that.
bread.
Oh yeah, that Adam would just cruise through this with
Frank
no problem.
predicted this.
He did.
Frank on the last show.
Yeah,
said
you
Adam
had
would
it
have
like
no
that.
problem.
He did.
I got a newfound respect from Tony Gwynn Jr.
Yes,
here.
you do. So,
all right.
so Scraby has the prizes for you, Adam. You have one, a jar of the ghost.
You can
pepper
have as much of this
salsa.
as you want at all
And
times.
the,
Yeah.
Mr. Lane's roasty 38 chili powder.
You should let me have that chili powder though. I think I do. I think I would do more damage.
Started
with
off
this.
giving me the mild.
And what is before they try, what is the heat index they're facing? Do we know? Or
Well, you could look up the Scoville on a ghost pepper.
Yeah.
It's one of the world's hottest. There's a couple of hotters.
Scoville's the
Reaper
measurement
and
unit.
The
Okay.
X pepper and all of that.
Thanks for the education because I did not know.
I've allowed milk and bread, but if I was
So
asked,
tell
I'd
us
have
tell us
said
the
no.
actual rules of this. Like
The rule
Let's
is
see if you can do it. I guess
you guys alternate spoonfuls until one of you can't.
That's
one of
not
you can't
happening.
do it anymore.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
Until you can't do it anymore.
Fools.
I will take
And
one
the winner,
spoonful of
Scrady,
this.
has a jar of
Here it is.
a couple of my jars.
I think they
products.
both are winners if they pass
Hold on,
this.
for
I
the
hate to
winners.
say, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
There will be no back and forth. There will be one spoonful.
Now
This is the one that he has right now.
The 38,
Maybe.
Okay. All right.
maybe.
this right here, I've been putting on some of my turkey burgers.
Good stuff.
This is hot.
Okay.
Right, and we do
All
it.
right,
hold on.
here we go.
All right. Let's
Adam's
do it.
ready.
This is a
There,
full
away he goes.
spoonful
God, he
of
does
the-
have a full spoonful
He
for
does.
those
There's
listening.
no
on
doubt.
Witnesses,
I'm literally sweating watching him
That's
do
a
this
full
right now.
spoon?
That's a full spoon.
all
For
right.
sure.
That is a full
down the
spoon.
hatch we go.
All
All right.
right.
And man, he went the whole thing. He did not.
My
He did
turn?
not trickle that down the throat. He
He
just.
hasn't reached for the milk yet.
Scraby's coming over.
When does the heat kick in?
Oh,
I knew it.
When does the heat kick in? Wow.
You better go, dude.
There goes.
All right, Gwynn and Chris rolling back here from far corner in the Gaslamp across from Petco Park, where the Padres will play the Blue Jays tonight. Sam Levitt, pregame show about an hour from now. Tony Gwynn Jr. was on with us earlier. We visited with Jake Cronenworth, our Friar Friday interview. You'll hear that at about 5:15. But we've got a big five to get to. Before we get to it, though, Scraby, a little update on the story we touched on earlier. Sham Sharena, the ESPN NBA reporter, breaking the story today that Bam Adebayo tried to beat up Tyler Hero.
Now, the New York Post is saying in their title that he punched him, which earlier we were saying we don't know. There was a physical altercation, but
Right.
not necessarily a punch.
With all due respect to the New York Post,
I know.
I don't
That's why I said
believe
it.
them very
That's why I
often.
said it. That's why I said it.
Not saying they're wrong, but they have been wrong a lot.
Yes.
But you know, it's going to be a story that we're going to hear more about. But Tyler Hero got traded from Miami to Milwaukee in the Giannis deal, and on his way out of town, he said Bam Adebayo doesn't play any defense, and badmouthed him.
Yeah.
And Bam Adebayo, I don't think he tracked him down. They just happened to run into each other in Las Vegas. So Bam Adebayo popped him one or whatever. And that story's kind of, developing right now. So I just wish, if you don't mind me saying, Scraby,
What?
I think everybody who says something bad about somebody else like that, and then, encounters the person, I think it should be fair for the other person to be able to get, one free shot in like that.
I don't condone
So
violence.
I do. And I say that, like in a case of Michael Kay talking bad about Anthony Volpe.
Yeah, I can get behind this.
Yeah, I'd like to see Anthony Volpe lay him out.
I mean,
Would not bother me at all.
that's slightly violent, but
Slightly, but
I don't think Michael Kay could take it.
yeah, they might need to resuscitate him. But I'm just saying, Michael Kay, somebody needs to, pop him one so he stops saying stuff like that. I mean, he's got his talk show. He's got to, try to, as you say, get clickbait.
He does,
But
but
he came out himself the next day and said what I said was wrong. But it was too late. You'd already embarrassed the kid.
See, this is why it's so important to know what you're saying, because once you say it, it's out there. It's out there. And people are not going to believe
Not everybody hears your correction.
Yeah. Yeah. So people are just like, whoa, Anthony Volpe. I can hear it in the stands right now.
Yeah.
Do you know Anthony Volpe didn't want to play second base?
Right. Here he is. He's a selfish player. He's a selfish kid.
Yeah. So you got to know.
So that's why Anthony Volpe should,
It just seems
You don't like the violence?
No, that too.
Yeah,
the take itself wasn't like worth saying. It wasn't like some huge story that was going to happen. It wasn't even worth it, I don't think.
Yeah, but he made him sound bad, and, Anthony Volpe's had to deal with that. As Tony said earlier when talking about the kid from the Lions.
Terrion Arnold.
Yeah. It wouldn't bother me here, Anthony Volpe, just a little vigilante justice.
Okay. You stopped.
You have to take things into your own,
I think what he did was he went and immediately talked to Michael Kay and said, what are you saying this for?
Yeah, that wasn't enough. All right, let's get to the big five, Scrape.
It's that time of the show when we check on the latest in sports. Only the most important topics and questions are brought to light.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
These news stories will astound and amaze you. The one, the only.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
The Big Five starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, before we get into it, I would like to, there's another birthday in the house, Chris, and so we're going to shout out Patrick Powers for being 70 years old today.
Wow.
So happy birthday to Patrick.
70.
Is he still here? I think he's still here somewhere.
Good for
All
you,
right.
Scraby. You found somebody on Earth who's older than me. That's hard to do.
That is hard to do.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was possible,
I know.
actually.
I thought that's good.
I'm going to have to go back in time or something.
Feeling better about things already.
All right, let's get into it.
Number 5.
Victor Wembanyama, if you did not see this, it just came down a little bit ago, but he reportedly agrees to a 5-year, $252 million extension with the Spurs. And apparently he left money on the table, Chris. So he could have he took $8.7 million less in his first year. So he's only making $43.5.
He's going to miss that money, when it comes to buying his 12th house.
That's true.
Yeah.
He's going to make $43.5 million this year instead of the $52.2 million. So either you say he's a great guy or you say he's an idiot for leaving that on the table. So
okay,
yeah, we're getting the latter from the crowd.
Yeah.
So he's locked in with the Spurs. We all know he's a great player. My question for you is, how long is he going to be the best player in the NBA?
I don't know if he is yet.
Okay.
Okay. So you want me to?
I didn't want to specifically ask. Is he the best player in the NBA? But let's do that.
He's the number one kind of weapon in the NBA. A lot of things are built around him. I think when he's got to win his championship to be considered the best player in the NBA. And I think in order for him to actually be that, he's going to have to bulk up. He's going to get a little stronger so he plays inside more.
Yeah.
He
does get pushed around.
And he falls in love with that three-point shot, which you can make. But, when you're 7'6", you shouldn't, you should be around the basket.
Standing near the basket.
But he's going to be a force in the NBA for a decade. So I'll say that. I mean, the best player, I think that comes and goes. You can.
Who do you think it is right now?
Well, SGA won the MVP, but I'm not going to go there. Jalen Brunson is the hero of the finals. I think I'd get a lot of pushback on him.
Yeah, maybe.
But, man, you got some guys. Luka's so good. He doesn't guard anybody.
I'm going to go ahead and say I think Wemby might be the best player in the NBA.
For not yet.
But the Spurs, this is a no-brainer. You need to lock him up as soon as possible to save yourself money as you go along.
I also don't understand. People said, well, that's dumb for him to leave money on the table. Here's where it's not dumb. If they're able to use that $8 million to go sign a better player to help him win,
maybe 2 players
or 2, he'll make more money on the other side after he wins.
He will.
Right? So he's leaving money on the table, but
he's not.
If they use the money, it may benefit
He's
him.
investing in his own future. Almost.
Yeah, and it's not really a big risk when you've already got $250 in the hopper.
I can't even wrap my head around what that feels like.
I don't even know what they do. It's
what
almost
would
like Monopoly anyway at that point.
All right.
Number 4.
So after spending the entire winter pledging to focus on their future, the St. Louis Cardinals have agreed to an 8-year contract extension for rookie infielder J.J. Weatherholt, they announced today.
Okay.
The extension is for $112.5 million, and It includes no opt-outs, and it can max out at $132 million with incentives. So my question here is, we've seen a bunch of these players this year who haven't really played much Major League Baseball, and they're getting big deals. And they're accepting those big deals. My question is, would you take a deal early if you're one of these players?
Would I?
If you were JJ Weatherhole or you're Jackson Merrill, and they're offering you a 10-year deal or whatever for $110 million, even though maybe in free agency down the road you can get $200 million, my answer would be, yes, I'm taking the deal early. I'm going to take it early in my career. I'm going to get free agency again, and I could possibly get free agency twice, possibly. JJ Weatherholt seems like a good player, and $112.5 million over 8 years does not seem like a big enough gamble for me to worry. So if it were me, I would take the deal early and then look forward to the future. Chris?
Well, first of all, smart of the Cardinals, because they're a, quote, smaller market team, and that's how they have to, do it. They got to overpay for younger players, hoping that, these guys will eventually become way more worth it a year or two from now. Saw the Brewers sign Cooper Pratt.
Oh, yeah.
8 years, $50 million. He's now up playing shortstop, but certainly not playing at a $8 million a year level.
Yeah.
But they hope he will be.
Yes.
But here's the other reason that I would accept the contract now. Because you can always, in 3 years, if you're really good, like let's say Cooper Pratt starts hitting 60 home runs a year, then just hold out 1 year and get his contract redone. I mean, it happens all the time, right?
It
so
does.
What is he really risking? Cooper Pratt's got 8 years, $50 million. That means he cannot renegotiate the way we look at it for 8 years.
True.
But if in 3-4 years he wins the Triple Crown and steals 75 bases and the Brewers win the World Series, he'll just renegotiate and everybody will agree with him.
Maybe. I mean, so maybe. I like to see players.
You say maybe, but what team? When's the last time a player became that good and somebody asked him, you're only making $6 million on your rookie deal, and the player said, yeah, well, that's fair. That never happens. People say, I'm going to renegotiate. Because they know it works.
I completely understand what you're saying, but I would like, and this is not going to happen, but I would like people to, live out their contracts, live up their end of the bargain. Oh, now I'm good, so I'm not going to play? It's kind of crazy to me.
Yeah, well, it's not, though, because that's what happens.
All right.
Number 3.
Today is July 10th, Chris, meaning most of the sports world is discussing the World Cup, Major League Baseball, or NBA free agency. But you know what Saquon Barkley's talking about?
Who?
Saquon Barkley, Eagles running back.
Oh, yeah, the guy the Giants thought was washed up.
Yes. He is thinking about getting LeBron to Philadelphia to play for the 76ers. Saquon Barkley said,
How is that going to
I don't know.
him any?
I think it is one of the greatest sports towns in the world. If you want to go out with a bang, I feel like a great spot would be in Philly, and bringing a championship to Philadelphia, you'd be remembered forever. My question is, isn't LeBron already remembered forever? Does he need to go somewhere to be more remembered?
Well, here's what I would say. In the pantheon of the city of Cleveland, LeBron James is the statue, right? He's the greatest thing ever in Cleveland. He won championships in Miami. But is he really up there with, I don't know, even the 72 Dolphins or some of these other teams in Miami over the years? Is LeBron James really revered in Miami? I'm not sure he is.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know, but I don't think he's, the stature is in Cleveland. And let's look at Los Angeles. I bet you 80 to 90% of people, if they pick their all-time Laker team, LeBron wouldn't even be on it. There's guys way better that did way more for the Lakers. We asked Tony about this maybe next week.
Yeah,
but
I should make a note.
I don't think LeBron's an all-Laker. Not top 5. I mean, I'll just give you guys off the top of my head. Magic, Kareem, Wilt, Jerry West.
Kobe,
Shaq. I don't think LeBron makes it. So, when you say Philadelphia, I don't even think if you let him to a title. The pantheon of Philadelphia sports heroes, Dr. J, Mike Schmidt, guys, the Broad Street Bullies, Flyers.
Jalen Hurts and that team. Won
Yeah,
the Super Bowl.
You're right. I don't know that LeBron would make it. So I don't think he should go there just for that, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of over LeBron.
I am LeBron'd out.
I am. I think he should have just hung it up. But, he's going to go somewhere and his team's going to get so much more attention. And then if they win, he's going to get so much more glory. And if they do win, he's only going to be part of the reason at this point.
Yeah. I'm with you on this whole thing. The only place he can really go to be the GOAT and have a statue is Cleveland.
Right.
And
he's already got that.
Yeah,
in Cleveland.
And he did, and people in Cleveland will love him till the end of time.
Yeah.
So that's the place for him. All right.
Number 2.
I saw this morning. I thought it was interesting. Ashley Hallam teaches English as a second language at her local library in Indiana, and soccer is now teaching her Spanish as a second language because she is among a sizable number of English-speaking people in the U.S. who are doing something that might be a little surprising. And that would be they're watching broadcasts of World Cup matches in Spanish on Telemundo, even though they don't understand Spanish or anything like that. She was saying, I can't really understand everything, but it's really fun, and I'm learning Spanish, and I think it's a good way to watch the game. But you do, in the end, understand what's going on. I'm up first. Would you watch it on Telemundo? Yes, I would. I don't know a lot of Spanish. I know it a little bit. I feel like this would teach me how to speak Spanish a little bit more. But the announcers are so much better on Telemundo. They give you the long goal call. They're into it. Like the American announcers or whatever. I don't really have an opinion either way.
I think if the American...
But yes, I would watch it on Telemundo.
Well, I would say this. If the American announcers were as crazy over the top as the Telemundo announcers, they would lose the American audience because we would be like, what are you screaming about?
Yeah, especially...
Yeah, so...
especially when the American team's
Yeah,
out.
I see what you're saying. I have watched, soccer on Telemundo in the past, and I've even watched some HBO shows, at least for a while, on the HBO L, which is language, Spanish of a movie.
Yeah.
And the reason I do it is because I want to see if I can pick up and learn some language. I don't learn anything. I really don't. I don't know how you learn it.
I wasn't there
every day. I just wasn't there the day they handed out the skill to know another language.
See, everybody has the skill. Everybody has the skill.
I took Spanish for 10 years growing up. I know some words, but I can't speak it at all. So, this is La Mesa, the table. Okay, great, but how do you use it
It's also a town's name.
I know, but how do you use it, properly? So, yeah, Telemundo has never worked for me as far as picking up the language. I know what they're saying, but it wouldn't work for me.
I am dead set on learning Spanish in the next couple of years, and I do listen to things in Spanish, and I do watch things in Spanish, and I'm slowly getting a little bit better. Slowly, but I'm getting better.
Muy
inteligente.
Yeah, mucho inteligente. Yeah.
Number 1.
Mateo, thank you. Thank you, Cristobal.
Yeah, gracias.
All
Cristobal's not bad, but it's nowhere near as good as Ben Hameen.
Ben Hameen is pretty good.
Yeah, it's the best
I gotta
name in
say.
Spanish.
I gotta say.
Yeah.
I just had a number 1. Oh, here it is. The final, or not, maybe not the final, but another person has agreed to be in the home run derby. Chris, Kyle Schwarber entered earlier today.
Yeah.
Munetaka Murakami is going to be in the home run derby.
I thought he was on the injured list.
He's coming back this
For
weekend,
that.
apparently. But he's going to be in it. So you got a ton of guys that I think are pretty exciting. You got Kyle Schwarber, you got Murakami, you got Ben Rice, you got Bryce Harper, you got I'm forgetting off the top of my head now. Kyle, if you know, say something to me.
That's all right. You got a good group.
Junior Caminero.
Very good.
Thank you, Kyle. But anyway, it's on Netflix. I'm going to watch it. Chris is going to watch it. I know he's going to watch it now.
No, I will not watch it.
Yes, you will.
But if I was ever going to watch
it's going to be on during the show.
Oh, so you'll probably have it
It's
on
gonna
in the
be on
studio
TV.
then. Yeah,
Yeah.
so we'll have it. I'll have to watch it. Yeah, Schwarber is worth the price of admission for sure. But
he's got to win. I mean,
I'm
he's
just
gotta
not
be
a
the heavy
home
favorite.
He's the favorite, but I'm not a home run derby guy. And you know what? If you go back to the history of the home run derby, had some of the weirdest winning players of all time. I know Pete Alonso won it a couple times, but there's some strange winners that have gone in there along the way. Because I don't know that the home run derby Is it really a true test of a guy's strength?
No, I don't think so. I don't think that's what it is. Who's won it in the last couple of years? We got Cal Raleigh last year, Teoscar, Vlad Jr., Juan Soto, Pete Alonso twice, Bryce Harper, Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton. Here's a random one. Todd Frazier. That's a random one.
He won more than one, I think. Todd Frazier.
I'm not seeing it here. Jonas Cespedes, Prince Fielder won 2, Robinson Cano, Big Poppy, Justin Morneau.
Pretty good group. Pretty good group.
Oh, there he is. We got a Fielder jersey in front of us right now. An all-star Fielder
Yeah, Rick
jersey.
thinks that, but Rick's so old, that's a Cecil Fielder jersey. That's a set. No, Rick's here. He's doing good. Thank you, Tony Gonzalez, our sales rep, set this all up. And thanks to everybody here at Far Corner. We still got prizes to give away in the final hour, so make sure you get by here. The bobblehead, the tickets to the Padre Rockies game, on your way into Petco Park. Far Corner, corner of 10th and J. Gwynn and Chris broadcasting live and getting you ready for the final. We're already at it, Scrape, the final series before the All-Star break.
I mean, it's pretty crazy. Time flies.
I wish it wasn't going so fast because the Padres need more time to catch up now.
You're right. I looked at the record last night for a while. It scared me. They have to win 40 games, Chris? No, now they have to win.
Baseball season is here, San Diego, and the Padres give us something to talk about every single day. From early season storylines to the stretch run, I've got takes, the analysis, and the pulse of the team. Join me, Braden Soprennett, weekdays from 10 to 2 on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Most families get their financial advice in pieces. A financial advisor here, a CPA there, an estate attorney somewhere else. Everyone means well, but nobody's talking to each other, and those gaps can work against you. Trajan Wealth's family office brings wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning together, not as separate conversations, but as one coordinated system built around your life, your goals, and the people who matter most. Ours is a true family office, not one that refers you out because it's convenient. This kind of dedicated collaboration used to require a 7-figure net worth, but here's the game changer. Trajan kicked that door open. Trajan advisors are fiduciaries, always obligated, always honored to act in your best interest. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax.
If you're still using a sports book to bet on the soccer tournament, you're getting robbed. Delete that app and join the millions using Polymarket. Polymarket is a prediction market, not a sports book. Trade against other fans, not the house. Polymarket, your go-to prediction market for soccer's biggest stage. Available in all 50 states. Download the Polymarket app. Use promo code BLAZE to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code BLAZE. Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility apply.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40, and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-329-1010.
Radio.
Yes.
Welcome back to Gwynn and Chris. We're trying to give away our Adrian Morejon signed baseball.
It's over there. I mean, where is it?
It's right here.
Oh, let me see.
There it is.
I always
It's
like to
nice.
look at their signatures to see if I would be able to tell.
You won't.
I won't, okay?
I mean, there's only maybe one player or two in history
Oh, my gosh.
that ever signed it to where you can see it.
There's a piece of tape on it.
Did I ever tell you my funniest?
Okay. This is not a signature.
Let me see.
I
what
mean,
it
I
is.
understand athletes have signatures like this, but come on.
What the hell is that?
Look at it.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, they sign tons of baseballs. I understand they shortcut.
Yeah, but that's weird.
But this is an Adrian Morejon.
Hey, some Blue Jays fans. Nice to see you. Welcome to 7-3 The Fan. We got another.
Strange.
I'm weird. 40 minutes to go before the end of the show. Jake Cronenworth, our Friar Friday interview, coming up with that a little bit.
Yep.
Tony Gwynn Jr. was part of that. And then we'll head into the weekend. Next week, Scrape, I'm going to be at work really early Monday.
Why?
Because Tony Gonzalez and the Spiros people are bringing food in.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so
Yes.
I don't want to miss any of that. I don't like to miss any of the setup for that.
No. It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Tony Gonzalez, my God, how about just putting the guy on a pedestal? He's got his far corner. He's got his Spiros. You know what he's doing, though? He's making it really difficult on Carly, the other sales gal, because Carly's in charge of SD Fat Loss. So you're making it more tough for me
They're
to
dueling.
Yeah, Carly's going to get mad at you. If you keep this up, Tony.
Hey,
huh?
I can eat whatever I want these days.
All right. We're happy. We're having a great time. Thanks again to Vanessa, Yahida. They are doing a great job. Our two promotion girls and everybody who's come down today. I was going to tell the story. I've told you this before, I think, but talking about signed baseballs. When I met Lori 100 years ago, one of the things she showed me.
Did you pull up in a wagon?
Wagon? They didn't have any wagons.
Oh, it was just a horseback?
No wagons.
The horseback, no saddle, just a horse.
Right. When I came up and tied my horse up at the post, walked up to Lori's barn, the one thing she showed me was a beautiful center cut signed Joe DiMaggio baseball.
Wow.
And I'm like, whoa, you have got to, this is big time. Joe DiMaggio. And I mean, it was smooth. You could see it. And if you're a baseball card or collector, you know there's like there's a sweet spot on the ball where it's even better if it's autographed there. Anyway, man, I'm like, we got to get a case for this and the whole thing. She goes, well, hang on, look at the other side. On the other side, it was signed by former Charger coach Sid Gilman. And I'm like, what are you doing?
She got it on the same ball?
Yes. She goes, somebody introduced me to Sid Gilman, said he was a big deal. And that was the only ball I had. So I gave him he signed the other side. Well, you just cost yourself like $20,000.
Wow.
I
don't even know what to say.
I know.
about that.
I know.
I mean, Lori was doing a great thing.
I probably should have divorced her before we ever got married.
Goodness.
Just for that.
I hope she was not listening.
Goodness.
I hope she's not listening.
What was she thinking?
Oh, yeah, we'll send it to her.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
What was she thinking on that one?
I don't know.
I don't know what a signed Joe DiMaggio baseball's going for, but I bet it's more than like $50.
I told I think I
Probably
told
pretty
you,
good.
My dad was at Disneyland in the late 60s as like a 6 or 7 year old, and he saw a bunch of Yankees at Disneyland. So he got a bunch of postcards, and he was going to have them sign them. But he had everyone sign the same postcard. So every single signature from the Yankees is on the same
one postcard.
So Joe DiMaggio is sitting there right next to like Campy Campameros, and you got the other guys that are just like over each other's signature.
Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think those things are better to just keep anyway. Like,
I think
I think
we still have the Joe DiMaggio ball. We can't sell it to anybody now.
Well, there's a Sid Gilman on the other side.
I will say this, just for any of the Sid Gilman fans out there, the man could coach some football, and he was, the coach of the original Chargers. And Sid Gilman was prior to Don Coryell, et cetera, but he was one of the modern, guys on the passing game. So Sid Gilman was a ahead of his time. Great football coach. Just his signature did not belong on the Joe DiMaggio ball. The only problem there.
You know what? I'm
What?
going to text our guy Kyle real quick because I just was notified of something I think is pretty cool that I think we should share with everyone.
Oh, Dylan Cease is in town.
Yes.
I forgot about that. He's the old Padre now with the Blue Jays. Almost pitched a no-hitter the other day.
Yes, he did.
Very good.
So he sat with the or he didn't sit. Maybe he stood. I don't know.
Right.
But he was with the media. He was in the dugout, and here is a little bit of Dylan Cease with the media.
Dylan, how's it feel to be back at Petco Park in San Diego?
Yeah, it feels good. I mean, San Diego is everything I remember, which is pretty much perfect. So it's been cool catching up with everybody. And yeah, this place is amazing.
Anybody in particular you were looking forward to seeing?
Man, I mean, everybody, Ruben, Joe, Nick, Michael, I mean, everybody really. It's they have a really good group of guys over there.
You get traded to San Diego before 2024, kind of a wild experience. You end up going to Korea with the team right after that. 2 seasons, 90 win seasons, 2 playoff appearances. How do you reflect on your time as a Padre?
Man, a lot of positive notes. I wish I performed better last year, but you know, gave it my all. There was a lot of fun times and positive notes in there, but I don't know. I mean, we didn't win the World Series, which is the ultimate goal. So, you know, yeah, I mean, I feel very grateful I got to play for the Padres. Like I said, I mean, I love San Diego. It's hard not to love San Diego. So it's a lot of positive memories.
It seemed like when you played here, you did really sort of take in the experience of being in Southern California. I think you lived with Joe for at least part of it. It seemed like you did really enjoy that part of being a Padre, just enjoying San Diego.
Yeah, I mean, how could you not? Honestly, I mean, this place is San Diego is definitely one of a kind for sure.
Do you guys have any talks in free agency about possibly coming back here?
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think there was anything.
You were catching up with a lot of guys. What
Yeah.
was that like, just to reconnect? I mean,
Yeah.
how often you talk to them?
It was good. I mean, you know, I got to spend a lot of time with those guys. It's always fun catching up. I feel like you talk and an hour goes by and you still got, you know, an endless amount of things to talk about. So really cool to see everybody. And yeah, you know, I wish them a lot of success.
You've been doing so well with Toronto this year and first-time All-Star, right?
Yeah.
What's been working for you so well here?
I'm executing well, using pitch mix better, and I think just hopefully you guys can hear me. Just, I don't know. I think I'm just mixing well and throwing strikes, honestly.
Michael said he was going to text you tonight about not getting pitch selection.
Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah, we had a conversation about it when I ran him through my logic. You know, it's easy to look back and second guess. It's very easy, especially when you're sitting on the couch watching. It's very easy to go, oh, you know, but. Yeah, we talked about it a little bit. Michael's a smart man, you know. Michael's a smart man.
Is there any one moment that stands out the most of you, like your time with the Padres?
I mean, it's easy to say the no hitter, but I really feel like it's a lot of like the little things, like just living around here, and you know, I like the community a lot. It's a lot of really good people around here. It's just such a unique place, you know. It's everyone's happy. I feel like everyone's into fitness and everyone's doing their thing out here. So, no, the biggest thing would just be, I think just it was really great to get to just live here, you know. So, you know, on the field, a lot of positive things happen. The no hitter, you know, stuff like that. But I think just living here was special.
Were you watching the bullpen session for the Padres?
I watched it in Knicks. Yeah, I walked over to watch Knicks a little bit. He looks good. Yeah, he looks good. Michael's working on some things. I'm not going to give away his secrets, but he looked good too.
Dylan, were you bummed that there weren't any contract talks? Did you want to stay here? You were just happy with whatever the journey was?
I don't know if I would say bummed. I feel like I kind of understood and like I don't know. I don't think I helped myself with how I pitched last year either. So. No, I wasn't really bummed. That's just part of the game, part of the business, and you know, no hard feelings or anything. I mean, like I said, I really do love San Diego a lot. So this place is special. I feel very grateful I got to play here, and it's always going to be cool coming back.
With a different note, just how are you feeling after throwing all the pitches the other day?
I feel good. I played catch today, and we came in and we're like, man, feel better than I normally do, actually. So I feel good. I'm sure maybe there's got to be some sort of soreness coming soon my way from that, but I feel good.
So is your prep been kind of standard as to what it normally would be?
Yeah, I would say so. I'm just going to keep kind of on my 5 day. Yeah.
Hey, Dylan, with Ruben in particular, how would you quantify the impact that he's had on your career?
Yeah, I mean, he taught me the sweeper, like I said last year, I unfortunately I didn't perform very well for him, but it's always good having him in your corner. He works hard. Their whole staff, honestly, is great. So, just having competent people looking out for you and having your best interests at heart is really great.
Dylan Cease. Since he's in town, I'm going to be a little more Dylan Cease friendly tonight.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. First of all, I liked him when we had him on the show a couple of times, and you had him at the Fan Fest. So I like Dylan Cease.
He was great. That's
start
the
there.
time that I the thing broke and I was interviewing Dylan Cease and I freaked out.
Let's say so. I like Dylan Cease straight up. I root for him, but I think it's fair as a Padre fan to feel just like it didn't totally work as well as I wish it did.
I was going to say the same exact
That's all
thing.
I can say. He was Cy Young material with the White Sox, and he's back to being that with the Blue Jays.
Yes.
And with the Padres, he was, between good and very good, but he was never Dylan Cease.
No, he was never Cy Young candidate Dylan Cease. And that is because like you said, when he was on the White Sox, I was a fan of him. And when he became a Padre, I was through the roof on that. And he just really never figured it out fully.
He was good. He just wasn't Dylan Cease good.
But unfortunately, people are just going to remember his 3 days rest against the Dodgers in the playoffs, and that wasn't a good outing for him. I mean,
I don't remember that. I remember his no-hitter. I just remember, him overall not getting to the level I wish he had with the Padres. But he's getting back to it with the Jays. There's no question. Almost had the no-hitter the other day for Toronto up in San Francisco. Lineup is in. I'm not happy with it.
Whoa, why?
Yeah, Campusano's sitting out tonight. I don't see doing that anymore. I already told you. I don't think he should be sitting out ever.
Why would – I don't understand this.
Jace Bowen's in right field, meaning Fernando's at second base.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, Jake's not in there either.
I did see that a little bit earlier, and Fernando's at second.
Right, so Jake's not in, and Song is not in, and Campusano's not in. The three guys in instead are France, Bowen, and Duran.
All right. I mean, obviously, I like the France.
I know everybody's got to be part of it, but Campusano should be in every night right now.
He should.
I mean, this team can't hit. Do you realize, and we're going to go to a break and get Jake's interview on the other side, do you realize that in the series that just finished, the Arizona series, let's take away the 10-run game. That was a good night. But here's the other three games. The first game, they were 0 for 1 in the game for runners in scoring position.
Okay.
In the second game, they were 2 for 3, but all of those at-bats were in the first inning.
Yeah, that's right.
And then they didn't have another one.
Yeah.
Last night, you know what they were with runners in scoring position last night's loss?
0 for 8.
0 for 1 again.
0 for what? That means they're not even getting in scoring position.
Exactly. In 3 games in this series, with 26 at-bats as a team, in only 3 of those innings did they have a runner in scoring position.
That's wild.
That's
why
not good.
That's why my countdown number
one.
Are
you kidding me?
Top surprises of the MLB season was everything that the Padres have done this year.
How are they supposed to win any games under those circumstances? The 10-run game was a complete outlier.
It was. And when you think they're getting back to it, they come right back to earth, Chris.
Yeah, they were just last night was knife through butter.
It was.
For Merrill Kelly. All right, we'll have Jake Cronenworth. He'll address the fact that the team is last in hitting, and he'll address what can the Padres do, what are they trying to do to make it work We'll also find out about really what was a scary time for Jake Cronenworth, what he dealt with during that concussion. It's coming up next when Gwynn and Chris continues from far corner across from Petco Park, 10th and J in the Gaslamp.
Over under 3.5 times for me to do this. Right now, this is going to be difficult, I think.
2 on, 2 outs. Lifted in
It's
the air,
just,
left field, pretty
fly
well
ball.
struck.
Not going to happen.
Brings it in, and that's the 3rd out.
All right, that's 1. On the ground. Logan Webb trying to get me to chase a sinker. Oh, man. He got me to chase a sinker. 2.
Nope. Ball 1.
I'm not going to get overconfident about my eye right there, because
2 on, 2 outs. Next
I should have swung at that, though.
And the count is 1-1.
Oh, man. Just weak grounders. Why? That's 3. So all you unders better hope for me to do it right here. Oh, that's not going to happen. That was... Just swung at the first pitch, just swing at the first pitch. So the unders lost, the overs won, but let's see how long it takes me before I can actually get past this.
2 outs.
Ball inside.
Tying run and scoring
Can you leave those up
top half of inning number 4.
more?
Ground ball right side.
This is, what,
He takes it himself
5
to the
now?
bag, and that'll do it.
Just grounder after grounder after grounder. This is going to take me forever. Just gap one, please. Oh, that was... I went way too far underneath it.
And that's the 3rd out.
That's 6.
First and second,
Fine.
2 down. Top
It's
half of
fine.
inning number 4. That misses the zone.
I almost swung. It was looking good there for a second.
That one back up
It's
the
not
middle,
going to get me 2 RBIs, but...
Castellanos on his way to the plate. He'll
Oh,
score easily.
Castellanos, a blast from the past right there.
Single, a big 2-out
I
hit
think
in the
it's 7 now. Come on. I'm better than this. Why am I swinging at that? Why? It's so stupid. 8. I gotta wait for, like, the perfect pitch.
Now it's this.
Ball, that's in.
Trying to get me to go. Why wouldn't you think this is my 9th try?
That's a ball.
If he walks me, I still don't win.
With runners on, look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Fastball. Did I get it? Did I get it? Did I get it? No. I don't. Okay, that's 9. At this point,
First and second, 2 outs.
12.5 over under.
We'll hit next.
I guess 13. Let's do 13.5.
Outside, that's a ball.
See, I need him to throw strikes because I lose the challenge.
2 on, 2 outs.
Why do I swing at stuff like that? I think this was the 10th. I gotta start writing this stuff down. Didn't think I was gonna get this far. Okay. That was we're just gonna say attempt number 10, I think.
First and second, 2 outs. On the ground, right side, and that's a foul.
At least I get another chance. Actually, I could have rolled for a double.
That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up. Try
He's
to
gonna
track
throw
the
me
ball.
sinker.
Block it if
Off
you
the plate,
have to,
ball
as
1.
far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about.
He's
but
gonna do
some
another
way,
one.
Somehow
Another one.
climb back into this
Coming at
advantage
me.
in the count.
And I did it. Oh, exit. That's a home run. That wins. That wins. In my, I think, 10th attempt. I did it. Over under 3.5 times for me to do this. Right now. This is going to be difficult, I think.
2 on, 2 outs. Lifted in
Let's
the air,
just,
left field, pretty
fly
well
ball.
struck.
Not going to happen.
Brings it in, and that's the 3rd out.
All right, that's 1. On the ground. Logan Webb trying to get me to chase a sinker. Oh, man. He got me to chase a sinker. 2.
Nope. Ball 1.
I'm not going to get overconfident about my eye right there, because
2 on, 2 outs. Next
I should have swung at that, though.
And the count is 1-1.
Oh, man. Just weak grounders. Why? That's 3. So all you unders better hope for me to do it right here. Oh, that's not going to happen. That was just swung at the first pitch, just swing at the first pitch. So the unders lost, the overs won, but let's see how long it takes me.
Final segment of Gwynn and Chris for the Friar Friday Jake Cronenworth interview. For those who missed it earlier, Jake was very forthcoming, and I think you'll get a lot out of it. It's coming up in a moment. But we're wrapping things up here from Far Corner, where we broadcast today. Before we go too far, Scraby, we have to thank Max. And I know he's running around. He runs this place. Can we just hear from Max out there if you hear me?
Oh, yeah, Max.
Max, this place is awesome. And, Max, appreciate you having us come down. The food, I love it. And just the atmosphere. Far Corner is great. Should make it a regular part of your pre- and post-game
Definitely.
stuff when you come to Petco Park. Jason and Chandler, who work along here with Max, thank you guys for helping us out. And then again, I don't want to thank the guy twice. He's going to get carried away with himself. But Tony Gonzalez doing a good job on the thing here. We appreciate. And one last one, our promotion girls, Vanessa and Yahida, but also our birthday girl, Monica.
Yeah.
She did great. So everybody, thank you. Kyle Ovenshire back in studio covering for us.
Definitely, Kyle.
And letting us listen again to Jake Cronenworth. Right now we got Jake Cronenworth, and we're excited to have him on our Friar Friday interview. Jake, thanks for joining us. Always a pleasure. How are you?
Hey, guys. Appreciate you having me on. I'm doing great.
Well, we love having Jake all the time. I'll get right to it, Jake. It's been a crazy year for you. Take us back to obviously Anaheim and the hit by pitch and how that thing developed, because you were able to play for a week or so after, and then everything kind of went crazy there. We all felt for you, but we didn't really know a lot about what was going on.
Yeah, I think, over the course of the next weeks, I think it was 2.5 weeks before I finally said something. I don't think, I've said it in past interviews and stuff, and I don't think going to Colorado and Mexico City right after that helped at all. I think a lot of the things I was feeling, I kind of just thought it was altitude and some of the headaches I was having and bad sleep and stuff. And, but obviously once we got home from that trip, I started noticing little things each day, and obviously said something after that.
Now, did your symptoms as you went into, man, I didn't even think about that. You went to Colorado, we go to Mexico City. Did your symptoms start happening worse once you returned to altitude and we got home? Is that when each day it just there was something new that was popping?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say. I mean, I've gone back and thought about some of those days I've had, and one of the things I was looked back on was that first off day we had in Colorado a couple days after, and I remember walking to get a coffee and I couldn't even walk outside with my sunglasses on. And some of the stuff I was doing, on that Friday in Colorado before the game. It just didn't feel right. And, again, knowing now, I wish I would have said something then. But yeah, I mean, once we got home from that road trip, obviously some things started popping up that were I was questioning why it was happening and what was going on, and talked to some people that I know that had gone through it, and they helped a lot with, kind of perspective on it and the decision I finally made to say something about it.
Jake Cronenworth is with us, and Jake, I mean, you're such a beloved player, in this organization, both fans and media. So I think for a lot of us, man, when you went down, it was hard because we didn't hear a lot. You were kind of not really around with the team, and I started going, "Where's Jake? How's Jake?" We weren't getting a lot of reports. How difficult was that time for you? I know this is a silly question. It was very difficult. But take us through the month and a half where I know so desperately you wanted to play, but the symptoms wouldn't go away.
Yeah, I think that was the hardest thing about it is, as Tony knows, like, we're in such a routine. We're around the guys every day, and, you're having fun in the clubhouse, in the dugout, and obviously playing every day with these guys. And, to have that taken away and to not even be really able to be around them, especially with some of the symptoms I was having, that's the hardest piece. And watching the games on TV, and, as frustrating as it was, a lot of the people and the doctors and some guys I know that have gone through it in the past, like, the one thing that they told me was like, just take care of yourself and come back when the time is right, when you feel right. Some of these guys that I talked to tried to come back too early, and it prolonged the process. So I think, as much as it did stink that I wasn't able to be here every day and be around the team, even, in the past, like last year when I had a broken rib, I'm able to be in the dugout and travel with the guys and be around them. I think it was the right decision in the end of it, now that, you look back on it.
Jake Cronenworth joins us here talking a little bit about the injury he had early in the season. So, Jake, at what point did you start to see the light at the end of the tunnel? Because that was a long process before you got to the point where you could even think about baseball. At what point did you start to, get encouraged that, okay, this is moving in the direction where I'm going to be back on the field soon?
Yeah, I think it was around those days. I think I had, 2 or 3 days when I was in the dugout before I headed to Arizona to get some at-bats and get a bunch of work when the team went on the road. I mean, up until then, there wasn't really, a day where I kind of woke up and was like, oh, man, it's gone. I feel great. It was like this kind of roller coaster up and down, slow progress that I was feeling. And, again, I'd have some days where, I'd see that progress, and then I'd do some things and I'd be like, that is not right. That should not happen. And inevitably, I think the thing that took the longest was my eyes to get right.
Jake Cronenworth is with us. All right, let's move past all that, because we are, and you are past all that. And Jake Cronenworth is back, and you're with the Padres. And, you're back to being you a little bit. You're squaring up some balls, hitting the ball into the seats. I think, at least from what I can see, you're probably feeling a lot better at home plate than you did before this all happened. Where are you right now?
Yeah, no, I feel great. I think, the biggest thing is just like you go through something like that, and as emotional as it is, and, you're trying to fight through it, and you want to get back, and you finally get back and you feel like yourself and you feel normal again, especially with, playing with it for, 50 at bats. It's one of those things. It's just refreshing to get in the box and be able to feel normal again. Yeah, no, I feel great. I feel like myself, which I think is the most important thing.
Jake, from a team standpoint, you guys haven't really gotten into a groove where everything is kind of hitting on all cylinders, right? You guys have hit for a bit, not pitched for a bit, not hit. I mean, from your standpoint, because you got a chance to kind of view this differently than you normally would, having to be on the field, what do you think needs to happen for this team to get moving in a direction that I think you guys have set that expectation for?
Yeah, I mean, I think it comes down to it, in the position we're in, it's winning. But what does that look like? I mean, you just said it perfectly. We have had nights where we hit and we don't pitch, and nights where we pitch and we don't hit. And how you time those up is, I think, the hardest thing in this game. It's you see the teams that have success over the season. It's, more times than not, that stuff's matching up pretty well. It just seems like it's not happening for us right now. But, at the end of the day, it comes down to us and the 26 guys in that clubhouse to make that happen.
Yeah.
Jake Cronenworth joining us on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking, it's better. And Jake, I feel like we know you well enough that I can ask a question that, is a little trickier. But if somebody would have told you that you're part of an offense that ranks last in all of these categories around Major League Baseball, would you have believed that that was even possible? And then how do you, other than to just go out there day after day and kind of hit your way out of it, is there anything else you can do?
Yeah, no, I think if you had asked all of us, at the beginning of the year, even in spring training, and said, hey, you guys are going to be, at those numbers offensively in baseball, I think everybody would have kind of laughed at each other. But it's the reality of where we are. We're getting here into the middle of July and we're still in this position. But it's not easy to do. Guys' numbers are put up on the board every single night. You see it every single at bat. You see it adjust. It's just the nature of the reality we live in. But I think the one way to get away with that is, get away from that is,
Oh, that's us, Chris. I think that's us.
All right, we had to cut that off. Unfortunately, we're out of time. But if you want to hear the whole interview, and he did go on to talk about how much they care about trying to win, which is something I think a lot of fans probably would like to hear, because they don't always believe it.
I'm going to put that clip up over the weekend.
Put that up. But, yeah, if you want to hear the whole interview, you could go to 97.3 The Fan SD, or go to Odyssey app, or our web page, Gwynn and Chris. Yeah.
thefansd.com.
So a lot of different ways to listen to that whole Jake Cronenworth interview. And, I feel bad now. He's not even in the lineup tonight. I feel like I got him booted out of the lineup.
Yeah, I don't think you did.
You don't think that mattered?
I don't think that you got him booted out of the lineup.
All right, we got Shane Bieber, former Cy Young Award winner, against J.P. Sears. Probably, not going to be a Cy Young Award winner, but okay.
It's because he missed most of the year, right?
That's right. If he had been there the whole year, he could be in the running. But that one's coming up tonight, then tomorrow night, Sunday, and then we get the All-Star break. I just hope when we come back Monday, Scraby, we got at least a 500 ball club. It's going to look so bad to be 2 games under 500 or something at the break. I know being 500 is not that much difference, but it's just mentally.
Yeah, I get it.
I need that. So they got to win 2 out of 3. Thanks to Kyle Obenshire again. Thanks, Kyle. Great job. He says they're going to win tonight because he's 20-14.
Yes, he is.
When he engineers the game. So
he's a winning record.
That's a thumbs up. Again, thanks to everybody. Far Corner, Scraby, Chris, Tony. See you Monday.
Thank you, everyone. Bye. I'm hoping that the music was on, Kyle. We can't hear it.
I think so.